Hey guys.
Yo.
Alright, we're live. Late night Kumite. How you doing, Jim?
I'm
Billy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's a little different. It's not a morning or an afternoon kumite. It's a late night kumite.
Late night,
Except
no
for
intro. No 5 hour intro this time, just the cold
yeah, don't have
open.
to sit through 30 minutes of fucking animations and music. That's right.
But what about the memes? What about all the memes?
I was big into doing that too when I did streams, but eventually people got really fucking angry because they couldn't take it anymore, so I stopped doing it.
Oh,
Oh, who can't take what anymore?
memes.
Intros
Yeah.
intros to streams and shit. Used to have
Oh,
like a pre-roll of like 15 minutes of shit
Mhm.
I made, like fake subtitles on like it's hard to explain, but just a lot of really goofy shit, which I thought was hilarious, which is pretty good, but people got tired of
Yeah.
it pretty quick.
oh God, that's the best part of it for me. Like seeing all the shit to put in the
Well,
pre-roll.
that's the half an hour or 15 minutes of just like sitting on your ass and thinking, yeah, I got to do this.
Mm.
I got to turn the fucking mic on. I can't just let the video play for the next two
Alright.
hours.
Let's see. Ross, can you hear us? He's in here, but he might have to fix his settings.
Gonna need to
Yeah.
turn that microphone on.
Yeah. So where you
That's
been for the
great.
last where you
That's
been
great.
for the last hour? I've been trying to get your attention. Good.
Fucking doing updates and other weird shit that took an hour, which should have been 5 minutes. I fucking hate computers.
Right? Didn't you just threw out a video? So
Yeah, yeah. Throw out a video.
Hallelujah notifications, didn't you?
What's that?
You got the Hallelujah notification.
Ross, we see you talking, but there's no audio coming through.
Yeah,
Huh?
maybe leave the. Hold on, let's put it in the side chat.
Refresh it, yeah.
All right.
His avatar was all that came up for me. I didn't see him talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google could be fucking finicky with its hangouts. This good entertainment failure. It's a nice setup. Nothing happening. Technical issues all around. That's good. That's why it's the late night kumite. This shit wouldn't cut in the morning.
You can't hit people with this first thing in the morning. They'll lose their shit.
No, you hit them with this, they're gonna hit you with fist. Yeah, that's gonna be an exchange you're gonna like.
Oh, believe me, they already fucking hate me.
Well, you just got to do another drunken wild horses rendition or whatever the fuck that was. They like that.
I know that's
Oh,
all you
no.
have to do to mend every fence in the world, apparently.
They fucking love that. Like, I'm planning to do another drunk stream in the future, but I'm gonna make it like $100 a shot. Fuck that shit. I learned my lesson the last time. The
That'll
bad part
work.
is the bad part is that there's people with deep pockets that want to see me get drunk again. So I'm
That's where
scared.
you fucked up on me.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is weird. I don't know how this is set up. Like the Google Hangouts splits off into Gmail, but there's a message from Ross saying what the fuck. So
Oh,
I think he's
tell.
having issues.
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell him to leave and come back.
Maybe he can't see the side chat.
Hold on. Let me. I'm going into my
He'll be
Gmail
on the
right now.
phone. Yeah, he might be on a. If he's on a phone, then he can't see the side chat.
I wish he could hear us. Let me message him on the Discord, maybe.
Yeah, make sure the little mute microphone isn't clicked. Maybe that's what's fucking him, or he has to go into settings. I don't know, and set it up properly.
When you do it on
No,
when you have it on a phone, all those icons are so goddamn tiny. And
he's not
Yeah.
muted. He's not muted. I think just because he was in Discord.
Oh, maybe it's routing his audio there. Is he having a conversation with a Discord call and he's not aware of that? He's got the audio from this coming in?
He was in the call when he jumped in here. Ross, can you hear us
Alrighty.
now? Okay, now we can hear you.
Here we go.
Yeah. That was much better, man.
Jesus.
Oh.
So I'm assuming this is live.
Yeah, we're live now.
Okay.
Well, Philly, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, well, a little introduction. Apparently, you put out a video tonight, part
Yeah.
3 of a
If my grandma
series.
doesn't spam call me or anything.
Yeah, I put out a part 3. We're at the trilogy level now with Ross. It's been a long, arduous journey over the last 7 months to get here, but that's where we are.
Yeah.
And
Wait, what?
all right, so we're in part 3. You wanted to have
we're
a talk with Ross today, or what's the deal? What are we trying to accomplish today?
I had so many questions. Like, I'm curious, how the fuck did you become a teacher's aide?
What?
Because pretty much what I did was I was going ahead and actually like, well, here's something like, I volunteered for it. It's volunteer work. It's not like an official job or anything like that. It's a job
That's
training
how you got around the back
program.
Sneaky little fucker. Okay.
Wait, what the hell?
Wow.
Well, how can you, like, you've made statements online talking about how you want to hit kids, or you had fantasies about school shootings, or you have bloodlust issues and shit like that, and you've got schizophrenia.
You do realize, I mean,
So
you do realize the whole hitting kids shit was like, the thing is that I was mentally fucking with people in that Discord chat.
That wasn't a Discord chat. That was a Google Hangout that was live streamed in front of like 1,000 people.
Oh, I thought it was a Discord call.
No, that's not a Discord call. That's you in front of a massive audience saying, you know what? Yeah, I've got issues. I have issues with bloodlust, and I want to hurt children. So how the fuck are you working in
But
it?
that was not even a Google Hangout. It was on Discord.
Yeah, I was there, and I don't use Discord. That's how I know it was a Google Hangout.
What? Okay, whatever you say.
So Ross, like, you can't make statements like this and then try to walk it back and be like, "Well, I'm just playing a prank, bro. It's just a prank, bro."
It wasn't really a prank. It was just me like trying to like fucking like shock people, etc.
And is the school aware of any of this? Do they have any idea that you've made statements like that?
Well, no, because like I don't even think that they. Well, honestly, it's rather subjectable, rather if they really need to know or not.
I'm sorry. It's rather what?
Subjectable, rather if it is or not.
Subjectable. Okay. I don't know about that. I don't know how many people would be fond of spending tax dollars to have volunteer, for a public school to send their kid there, and then find out one of the volunteers is talking about looking at naked kids online, wanting to hurt kids online, fantasizing about school shootings, having bloodlust issues, screaming at people, saying they're going to dox people, saying they're going to hack people. Like in that Discord call, you were talking about like, I'm going to dox Ruby. Or the whole. I'm gonna dox her. I've got all her personal information. Sure, be a shame if something happened with that.
That she willfully gave to me.
Yeah, but then you were gonna willfully spread among other people to try to get back some petty revenge because what? She mocked you or she said something that you didn't like. Then you went on to talk about how you wanted to manipulate Boone. You're like, he's suicidal, so I'm gonna take advantage of him and get him to do what I want. Like that's a fucked up mind. That's over the line of sociopathy, right? So like the fact that you're around children is actually legitimately fucking disturbing.
If it was disturbing, then I wouldn't even be around children.
If you've got a problem that you're obviously not willing to address, you're not going to self-correct it. That's why I was curious. Does the superintendent of the school
self-correct it? Dude, I'm getting help. It's getting set up right now. I'm getting help for it.
Yeah, but you have an obligation to inform these people, hey, I've made some fucking outrageous statements, and hey, I've told people I had a problem with, how did you describe it? Borderline pedophilia. Yeah, let me pull the room.
Yeah.
Talk of failure. Neither
But
of you.
it's better to get it fixed than have it like have been done to anything else really.
Oh, okay. Tonka failure. Neither of you were around during this. The Ross videos in the beginning, like 7 months ago. Like we didn't interact, so I don't think you really saw them.
I saw the videos. I didn't know all the workings behind the
Well,
scenes.
what you're hearing right now. Let me ask you this. Let's say you were hypothetical parents, and you're sending your kids to a fucking elementary school, and then news comes out that the dude that's volunteering at that elementary school has talked about looking at naked kids, talked about school shootings, talked about hitting little girls. Talked about bloodlust issues, talked about doxing and hacking people, talked about manipulating suicidal people. How would you feel about your fucking 9-year-old or 10-year-old going to that school?
Oh God, no, dude. This.
Oh fuck
Wait,
no.
do you look at child porn?
Well, I mean, like, I'm not even like fucking like saying like, I'm not even saying like, oh yeah, well, that's honestly, Jim, that's not true. But you're not gonna let me fucking say why it's not.
I'm not interrupting you. I'm quoting things you've directly said. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. The sound clips are.
Well, I spoke. Here's the thing, right? I spoke with fucking I spoke with like Geek Thulu, I think. Yeah, I spoke with Geek Thulu, and like I spoke with Failure, and like the thing is that I told them that pretty much I'm not really into like harming kids. They're too fragile. I cannot do that.
Oh, that's good.
You don't want to abuse their supple little bodies. Okay.
Well, do you even want to know why? Because honestly, Jim, like you don't really care about me getting help. I can clearly see that.
No, I think you're a fucking danger. And if I ran society, people like you would be lined up against the wall.
All you care about is money. That's it.
No, I would have you executed, Ross. I think you're a danger to society. I think people like you are a danger to society. And your whole money motivation thing makes no sense. I came out with the Nick Bates video before I ever had a Patreon or a PayPal or anything. I came out with a dentist video about a guy refusing to anesthetize children and then performing outrageous amounts of oral surgery on them.
Well, that's back then when you. That was actually a good thing you did, though. But the thing is that out of all the good things, you can't like also like justify it for like the shitty things you do recently.
Ross, if I were making $10 or no dollars, that doesn't change any of the statements that you've made. I could be making $1 million off my videos or nothing at all. You still said you look at naked kids on the internet. You still said you manipulated a suicidal person. You still said you wanted to shoot up a school.
Let me talk. But you don't care. You don't care if I get help or not. That's what you're saying.
Ross, I'm not here to hold your hand and tell you everything's going to be better. I don't think you're the type of person that is going to be better. I think you are legitimately a dangerous fucking individual. And I think you being around children is horrendous. I think you're a danger to fucking kids.
Good for you. I mean, people are gonna just eat it up anyways,
Ross, they're not eating up something that I pulled from my ass. These are statements you have publicly made.
Yeah, I made those fucking like half-assed true statements.
You're acting like I fabricated it, Ross, but people can go listen to the audio.
I never said you fabricated it. I said you took it out of context.
What's the context of you saying that what's the context of you saying to Ruby when she said Ross has never said that he had an attraction to little kids, and then you said, well, yeah, that's true. Well, I do have that. I tried to keep it a secret. I really do need to get help. It's a problem.
Well, I do need to get help. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, like, it's not like.
Well, help for what? You've claimed you're not a pedophile. You claim that that's all fabricated. So what are you getting help for then?
Well, the thing is, the reason why I made that video is because I was pissed. I was like thinking, well, nobody wants me to get help or even get better at all. But see, Jim, you only take what you see and then put it in a video.
Well,
and then people give you information.
I only use my senses to make a video. Yeah, Ross, I can't, pick your brain. I'm not a magician. I'm not a fucking psychic. I can't go abracadabra, tell me what Ross really thinks. I can only go on the shit you do.
You can't do that, but neither can you go ahead and actually get the actual facts before doing it, like actually talking to the people.
I did
instead of having other people talk to other people for you.
We've been in 3 streams together, the totaling about 6 hours. I have talked to you.
6 hours, really? That was not even 6 hours. That was an hour.
Go add them up. There were multiple fucking streams on Brightside Bob, on Ruby's channel, and on another channel. And then you've
But
also
that
been
was
in
not
other.
6
You've
hours. That
also
was barely
you've
6
also
hours.
been in other streams with Tomba Hat and King of Pole. You've been in streams with fucking multiple people.
Yeah, I know. And you can use them as proxies to go ahead and and get information about me.
Okay, Ross, what have I misrepresented? Did you
Eh.
or did you not make the statements that I put in my video of audio of you
You know-
saying it?
You know what I have a gripe about is that I think, and I know, is that you knew me for years and you've been secretly watching me this entire time.
Ross, are you how insane are you?
I'm not fucking insane.
You are fucking
I can
crazy
clearly...
as chicken shit, man. What do you mean I was
Wow,
secretly
guys,
watching
this
you for
guy's
years?
insane, dude. Holy shit.
Holy shit,
Like,
Ross,
really?
when you say that you have schizophrenia and that it's a real thing, that you suffer from it and lie that it's only every 9 months, yeah, you are fucking crazy. Yeah, Ross, you said that, not me, motherfucker. Don't sing this song about how you're a poor abused victim, you sick fuck. Somebody should line you up against the wall. You shouldn't be near fucking children. Oh, it's all just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. I need to get help, though. But I'm not going to say what I need to get help from because then I'd have to admit that I'm a
I need to get help
pedophilic
for
piece of
pedophilia.
shit.
That's what I need to get help for.
So you are a pedophile.
I mean, like, seriously. Like, do you think I was not going to say that, or what?
So then you are a pedophile working at a fucking elementary school.
How the fuck?
Oh my god, you're twisting it as if
Tonka,
anything's gonna happen to those kids. Why in the
He's
fuck?
not twisted. You came in and said that
Are
you're
you-
volunteering at a fucking school, man.
I don't know. I was just like fucking like I was gonna release like the Metokur rant or something like that, where I was like screaming about the entire thing, but like never mind. Because,
That's
like-
gonna do
Ross,
gangbusters for your school job.
No shit. You're openly admitting on a live stream, yeah, you need to get help for pedophilia, and then you're also openly admitting on a live stream that you work at an elementary school.
But you don't care. You don't care about people getting help, though.
I don't care about you, Ross. I care about the kids you could
Neither
fuck or
could-
hurt.
Neither do I care about you. But I mean, like, you constantly won't shut the fuck up.
Dude,
You are working at a fucking elementary school, Ross. You are a sociopath. You are working at a fucking elementary school, openly telling people you're a pedophile. There's no way that flies. I don't know how you think this is going to play out, but you're deluding yourself if you don't think there are going to be consequences. You want to get help, fine, get help, but don't work with fucking kids.
You sound fucking nuts, man. Like you're talking about fucking with kids and like forcing people into committing suicide, but you're really concerned with why people don't care if you get help. It's because you're the one hurting people.
Because everybody needs to get help. That's why.
But from you.
Well, everybody needs to get help rather from me, or probably probably I need to get help from myself. So
Do you have to volunteer at the school? Is it like part of something?
it's like a part of a program, really. It's like a job like program.
Is this
it-
wait, no. Hold on. Is this fucking program run by the state, Ross?
What, from the state?
Yeah, you said it's part of the program that you're in. Is this a private program or a state program? Is it like through the state, like the
Probably
local-
it's probably a state program.
So you're telling me a state program in California, I'm assuming that's where you are, is putting a pedophile into the fucking school system as part of their recovery.
There's no fucking.
I mean,
way
if you
that
want
that's
to get
what you're
all
going to go get help for.
tinfoil hat about it, then sure.
Nigga,
That's
there's
not
no
tinfoil.
tinfoil here. That's just what you fucking said.
You're not up there saying that you didn't tell anyone you're a pedophile, or else they wouldn't put you in that position. You're not getting help for that. Okay, this is what's fucking weird and dangerous about you fucking people. You're trying to put off the facade that you're getting help. You can't be getting help for pedophilia, and then the state turn around and put you in front of a bunch of kids. That's
Hey,
not happening.
Tonka, did you hear the good news? I joined AA, and as part of my recovery, they have me working at a bar. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. That didn't fucking happen, man. You're full of shit. You're not getting help for anything. There's no fucking way they put you in that kind of program.
If they knew he had that kind of problem, there's no fucking way. And if they did, that's going to be a fucking national news story. I'll tell you that much.
There's no fucking way, man. Like, I don't know who you've been selling this story to, but there's no way that that's the case. You're not getting help
It's
for that.
true, whether you like it or not.
You're saying that you went to the state to get help for being a pedophile, and they put you in a school.
What is going on?
that's funny because
Oh, you know,
by the way, you went off in that Dr. Random Cam for
yeah, the faggot that
quote,
defended
unquote,
you, who said that you weren't a pedophile, and now you've openly admitted that you're a pedophile. Where's that puppet-loving fuck? I'd like to hear his input, the Money Badger's input on this. Hey, Randomer Cam, tell me your thoughts on a self-confessed pedophile working in an elementary school. You fucking cunt.
He's been talking in plenty of comment sections. I hope to see Randomer Cam's puppet shit in
maybe
the comment
Dr.
section.
Random Cam actually fucking knows sense. I don't know about you.
Oh, no, I would love to hear him, and I'd love to hear the Honey Badgers as an organization advocate that this is a sensible thing. I want to hear Karen and Mike get on fucking stream and say, we think that a pedophile working in an elementary school is a good idea.
This is the best program, yeah.
This is the best
Probably
program.
Dr.
I dare them.
I mean,
to
Dr.
write their
Random
ass
Cam
on
is
and do
making the
that.
most sense out of all this.
Oh, I bet he is, because he's
I
letting
mean, he
you get
isn't
away
thinking
with your
irrationally
degenerate
like you are,
bullshit
Jim.
behavior. He's letting you
Just
get away
saying.
with your degenerate bullshit behavior, hiding behind, oh, you called me an autist. You're a pedophile, Ross, and you work at an elementary school. That's not acceptable.
You still see yourself as the fucking victim, dude. You're serious.
Yeah, and this is the shit that puppet fucker feeds into. Leave him alone, Jim. There shouldn't be a video on him, Jim. If I didn't do videos on him, he wouldn't be here telling you this shit right now. We wouldn't be having this conversation, Tonka. You wouldn't know he works at an elementary school, and he would have told you he's a fucking pedophile.
Jim, you sound more like psychotic than me, and that's saying something.
No, he doesn't.
Ross, I don't
Yeah,
think
he
you
does.
understand. I don't think you understand the general reaction people are going to have to hearing something like this, and I don't think you understand.
Well,
how
you're going to
protected
twist it
people
to
get
your
from.
own narrative, so there
There's
you go.
nothing I need to twist. You said it openly.
Hold
I
on,
didn't
yeah,
fucking put the
two
words.
I said
yes or no
that,
que-
I
two
said
yes
that
or
I'm
no
a
questions,
pedophile,
Ross.
not a child molester.
Okay, hold on. 2 yes or no questions. You say you're a pedophile, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Are you working at a school, yes or no?
I volunteer there, but if you want to say technically yes.
That's a problem. That's a fucking problem. And if you can't see that's a problem.
But am I a child molester? No. So there you go.
Not yet. Not fucking yet.
Not ever, because I don't fucking stoop to that low.
You
I
haven't
see.
had
We
an
have his personal
opportunity yet.
guarantee. Yeah, we have his personal guarantee. It's not going to happen. Tonka, relax.
Oh, I don't buy that for a fucking second, dude. What the fuck?
That's fine.
It's not fine.
I mean, I could just prove you wrong in like the next couple of years.
I was
So it's
asleep.
fine.
I
I'll
just got woke up
Just
today.
give me a few years not to molest any kids, and you'll be eating crow.
Oh my god.
Oh man, you are some fucking abomination from the pits of the internet, man. I don't know what spawned your
Guys,
crazy
this is
ass.
3 versus 1. I'm just telling you that right now.
You walked in willingly. Don't act
Oh.
like you got dragged in here with a lasso.
Yeah, I know I did.
All right.
But I thought I was
to be
only going to have a
fair,
civilized conversation
Alright.
between me and you, but apparently you can't have a civilized conversation.
I'm not going to be civilized with a degenerate that has a fucking attraction to children.
So I'm
and
not
is
gonna
around
get
them.
I'm not gonna get fucking
I'm not going to
civilized
be
with a
civilized with
psychotic
your
money
autistic
whore.
child molesting
like
ass,
you.
Ross. Not going to be civilized with you. You're a piece of shit. You should be lined
Neither
up
am I.
against the wall. You should
I
be lined
honestly
up
fucking
against the
hate
wall,
you,
Ross.
honestly, Jim, because
should
you
be lined
fucking
up against the
spread so
wall,
much
Ross.
fucking bullshit about me.
You should be
in a
lined up
constant
against
fucking
the fucking
basis.
wall.
Ross, do you really think that like Jim has strummed up this fucking weird narrative against you? Is that what you think's
Yeah.
gone down?
I do. I don't give a fuck how many
You
people
view
say
this
I'm
as
not.
character assassination.
I really can give less than two shits about my reputation. I really don't.
But you consider what Jim's done as a character assassination on you. You don't think it's fair.
I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, it's
But
not fair
here's the
bringing him
thing,
into
right?
light. Yeah, that's what's not fair.
let
He doesn't like
let me
being
explain
exposed.
something, all right?
Oh, what are you going to explain,
It's-
Ross? You don't like being
Wait,
exposed for being a piece of shit?
Is that pretty much when I was going ahead and actually like talking with like failure? I was literally talking about like me getting help, me doing all this shit. Dude, you know who Todd Nickerson is, right?
No, I don't.
Do you know who
You-
Todd
you
Nickerson is?
You give
No, I don't.
blood-
I don't know who Todd Nickerson is, and I don't know how that relates to you being a pedophile and working at a school. Why don't you tell me?
Because guess what? He's
Oh,
a
guess what?
virtuous
What?
pedophile.
Oh, is he a
And he
virtuous
doesn't act on it.
pedophile?
Fuck.
Does he work at a school, Ross?
Mm.
Does he?
He's
work
around
at a state-funded?
kids and he
Does
doesn't do
work-
jack
Does
shit.
he work at a state-funded school, Ross?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, there's a fucking reason.
But here,
for it.
here's the thing. He's allowed to be around kids and doesn't do jack shit. So you're
A
twisting the
virtuous-
narrative, saying
a
that
virtuous
pedophiles are just
pedophile.
child molesters, even though
Virtuous
they're entirely
pedophile.
different.
Failure, he's trying to drag you in here like you've given him the okay. Were you aware that this self-confessed pedophile worked at a fucking elementary school? Did he tell you that?
Look, I'm learning on this. I just asked if he was willing to talk to you. This is
Okay. So, Ross, he's not your fucking
Yeah.
crutch to try to limp away from this shit that you put yourself in the center of.
I was
That's
asleep.
fine. I've gotten out so much shit. So getting out of this one isn't that hard, really.
Oh, you think you're going to get away with it?
What?
Oh, you think you're going to get away with it? That is adorable.
It's fucking the
Yeah.
way you're talking about it. It's like you
Yeah.
fucking know.
I am.
You fucking
Doesn't matter.
know. Oh,
It really
goddamn.
doesn't matter.
It matters
'Cause,
so
like,
much.
You're saying that I'm the bad guy in all this, and I'm saying that
Do
there
you
is
think
no
you're the
bad
good
guy in this.
Ross?
Holy shit, Tonka, what is going on?
I
Is
don't
this-
know.
I'm not
real? Are
even
you
making an
fucking
effort
with
to
me?
shit talk you right now.
Oh, this is your effort to
I-
shit talk me, is killing your reputation by telling people you're a pedophile and you work at a school. And you think that tomorrow you're going to wake up and things are going to be sunshine and roses? You are fucking deluded. There's going to
I've
be a
always been deluded.
firestorm, Ross. There's going to be a fucking
I think being
firestorm
deluded
in
is a
your
lot
area of
more
the
better
state.
than fucking being a bitch like you. Just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ross. Should I be more of a man like you and molest little kids? Is that how you become a man in your mind? You fucking piece
Nope.
of shit. Oh, I was
Says the
just
piece
I
of
was
shit.
just looking I was just looking at naked kids on the internet because I want to be a father. Oh, by the way, I'm a pedophile. You're such a
yeah, I
lying
know,
fuck.
I
You're
know,
such
I
a
know.
lying fuck.
Ross, is that,
It does. I'm such a lying fuck because apparently I'm just disguising it as normal. Even though I'm actually gonna get help, I'm gonna move on with my life, and you're gonna wallow in internet drama for the rest of your life.
Oh, you know what, Ross? I will gladly lay down in the gutters of shit of the internet if that means that I'm not fucking elbow to elbow with a piece of shit like you. I would
That's
choose
fine.
to live. I would choose
Meanwhile,
to
I'm
live in a
actually
house of
going to
Christian
fucking,
and
like-
DSP rather than be next to you.
Good for
I
you.
would gladly be roommates with 4chan and Kiwi Farms rather than associate with a fucking piece of shit like you. There's nothing on the internet
that's
that is
fine.
worse than what you are.
That's fine. But Jim, you think that I don't know who you actually are? I mean, your name is not actually Jim. I know that.
Oh well, I'm terrified, Ross. I don't know what a pedophile from California is going to do to me. I'd love to see though.
Well, you willingly gave away your face on YouTube. You literally did that yourself.
Oh boy, I've ventured into dangerous territory. What are you going to do from that halfway house, Ross?
That's not even gonna fucking like. Honestly, I'm not gonna do jack shit. But I'm saying that pretty much you not showing your face is gonna make you look like more of a pussy than me.
Ross, no. No.
Tonka, welcome to my world.
Ross,
This is the thing that I've dealt with for
This
7
is
months.
do you
fucking-
understand?
Thank-
Do you understand why Jim is pissed off at you?
Yeah, I understand why. Wait, hold on. Go.
Ross, there's a bunch of things that you can fuck around with and be a fucking
Whoa.
goober and sociopath, but you can't fuck with kids and people not fucking want to kill you.
I'm not fucking with kids. Never
You're a
did.
self-admitted pedophile who is volunteering at a school now. And you're trying to give off this fucking illusion that you're getting help while simultaneously being the kid in the
Well,
candy
it's more
store.
than that. He's bragging about it. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm
Oh my
untouchable.
god.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And you'll get away with
And
it.
you
You're
get
you're
away
the
with
one
it.
saying you're getting away with it. What is there to get away with? You fucking know, motherfucker. You know what you're doing. And all this, oh, I'm getting help. Don't you want me to get help? It's all this fucking bullshit. That's just
It's
you
not
trying
bullshit though.
No, you're trying to put up like you're getting help. What you're doing is looking for an excuse for why people can't come at you anymore. So that you can be a self-admitted
Come at me all the
pedophile
time.
and be sitting in a school.
I have people come at me all the time. Did you listen to what I said?
I hear that.
I mean,
You're
like,
trying to
You're
pretend
talking
that
about
this is-
another level, Ross. I don't think you're prepared for the other level of shit that's coming your way.
I don't care.
I think you
I
will.
really don't give
I
a
think you
fuck.
will care. I think your family's going to care. I
Oh,
think-
I'm shaking in my boots, Jim.
This
guy
isn't
that
the
doesn't
guy-
even
this
show
isn't
his
internet
face.
shit, Ross. This isn't just some goofy shit that you do. Like,
Yeah,
this is
I know.
monumentally fucked up. That didn't click in with you?
Well, I mean, you're twisting me as the bad guy yet again.
You are the bad guy, Ross.
Who is the bad
No,
guy,
I'm
Ross?
not.
The kids?
I'm not. I mean, like, sure, I need help, and I'm go. You know what? I don't give a fuck, dude. I really don't give a fuck. Like like go fuck yourself. I know.
Who is the bad guy, Ross? If it's not you,
Yeah.
who the fuck is it?
So it's
Oh,
fucking
wait,
toddlers, Tonka.
Does
It's
there
little
need to be a
kids.
bad guy? I mean, in your fucking like warped mind, you really need to have a bad guy in every
You're
turn.
the one who was talking about who the bad guy was. Tell me
In
who
your
the bad
warped
guy
mind.
is.
No,
That is-
I'm saying there doesn't need to be a bad guy.
This is superb. This is outstanding. You've outdone yourself, Ross. You've really come back to. Put on a sh-
is
put a show.
insanity, even though I don't even know what the definition of it is.
I'm looking at it, faggot. When your little fucking icon lights up and you talk. That's
Well,
the definition of
I'm
insanity.
looking at a fucking man-child.
Oh,
That's
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
looking at.
Hey, careful, Tonka, protect me. If I'm a man-child, you might want to fuck the child portion of me. Protect me, Tonka. Protect me.
Oh man, I don't know how to recover from that, man.
No,
I
Ross,
really don't.
the way that people can tell, like Jim, he came in saying that you were really dangerous. I had never talked to you. I had heard the streams of you and shit, and whatever. Maybe people can be clipped or whatever. But I'm listening to you fucking talk. What makes you dangerous is you don't get it. You don't get that you're fucking bad. You're talking about
I
getting.
don't get that I'm bad because I'm not a fucking childish person that has to make someone the
Oh,
bad guy
he's
every
so
second.
mature. He's going to be a virtuous pedophile, Tonka, and live a
Holy
wonderful
shit.
life.
You only
Yeah, this is why.
Dude,
Yeah, this is why people.
Todd Dickerson is not even a bad guy. I'm
I
just
don't even
saying
give
right
a fuck
now.
about Todd Dickerson. He can get a bullet in his head, too. I don't give a shit who he is.
Yeah, this is why people want to end you people. Well, what
Honestly,
I
it's
don't see how
people
you
like
don't
you
get
that
that.
need to, Jim, it's people like you that need to get a bullet to the head because you're promoting hatred, bigotry, etc.
is it
Bigotry against pedophiles.
Pedophobia. It's pedophobia.
Pedophobia. Is that what you're going with, Russ?
I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised that's not even a thing.
You know, Tonka, I'd like to say that this is the end result of coddling millennials, is they do degenerate shit like this, and then they have no concept of why what they've done is wrong. And they think they're untouchable, and then they can get away with it. And then there's nothing they're accountable to, or nothing wrong
Oh
with
my
their
god, you're twisting it again. You're twisting it again.
Fucking asleep. This shit has. I
you
am wide
hear this
ass
shit, though?
fucking awake.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You hear this shit, Tonka? This is what I'm. This is the kind of person that exists now. This is the kind of person that's been bred in this country.
Guys, 3 versus 1, just saying.
Fucking failure hasn't said anything. So
Or
if anything,
actually 2 versus 1, but it's just like
but you're a virtuous pedophile, right? That's got to be like, I don't know, Super Saiyan.
virtuous
Right?
pedophiles.
So
Honestly, that doesn't. At least I'm not a child molester.
I don't know if you are or not. You've lied about everything else. Maybe you do fuck kids. Who knows? I have no idea. Maybe you
Yeah,
rape
that's
children.
true.
You talk about wanting to rape your ex-girlfriend. Maybe you do rape kids. I have no fucking idea. You admit that you lie all the fucking time.
Why should I tell the truth all the time? You lie all the time, Jim. At least I don't tell people that I tell the truth all the time.
I've never said that I tell the
Unlike
truth
you.
all the time. I've never said that.
Well, you never claim that you lied, which honestly, I'm more fucking honest than you are.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to call me CNN here? You, the guy that's coming on here talking about being a pedophile and working at a
Oh
fucking
yeah, I'm
elementary-
CNN. Yeah.
But you're trying to
Yeah,
throw
I'm
that on me
CNN.
like you've got some moral high ground with me. That's cute, Ross.
Well, it's adorable how many people are willing to suck your ass over this.
Oh, it's going to be adorable how many people are going to beat your ass over this.
Well, pretty much it's fucking normal how fucking people kiss your ass every day while donating money to you.
Are you coming in here with a jealousy complex about this? This is really weird. On top of this fucking conversation.
Oh my god. Dude, you sound like such a fucking diva right now. I swear to god.
Nigger, you're the person coming in here after telling people you're a pedophile and then trying to slam me by saying you make money, Jim. Are you fucking retarded? I know you're autistic, but are you actually a retard?
Well, I mean, in that logic, I mean, like, autistic people are fucking retarded. Oh, wait, no, you are. Never mind.
Oh, all I can say at this point is I look forward to doing the 4th follow-up video when you end up on a milk carton.
It doesn't matter. You don't have the capacity to just fucking do an intelligent conversation, and you don't care rather if I get help. So why
I don't
bother?
debate degenerates. I debase them. You sick fuck.
You deface. You're a degenerate, Jim. Not
I'm
me.
not the one admitting you want. You're the one saying you want to fuck kids.
Dude, the thing is that fucking like I never fucked a kid though, and actually
Your voice cracked there, Ross. Your voice cracked a little bit.
Failure
Your
about
voice
this.
cracked a tiny bit there, Ross.
Hey,
Are you
Metokur,
sure?
I told
Are
failure
you
about
sure
this.
you didn't
and that
fuck some
pretty
kids,
much-
Ross? It cracked a tiny bit.
My dad fucking fucking like molested me. You piece of shit.
So it runs in the family. You learned the family trade, did you? Passing it on to another.
Oh yeah, good job. You're a piece of shit,
let me play
Jim.
the world's
You are
smallest
such a
violin
piece
for
of
you. Let me
shit.
play the world's smallest violin. You
Are
are
you gonna
the
make
victim.
a
You
joke
are
about my
the
dead
victim.
mom?
You are the victim, Ross. We're all so sorry for your troubles.
I'm
Poor
sorry
Ross and
that
his
you
hardship.
exist.
Poor Ross and his hardships. Oh my God, you poor tender angel baby. Are you an adult, Ross?
Really?
Are you an adult?
Okay.
Are you an
I'm the one
adult,
that's
Ross?
fucking
Are you a
portraying
child
myself
right
as
now, or
victim.
are you an adult who can
You're
make his own
not,
decisions
but
and
I'm
face the
not either.
consequences? Oh, you're not an
I'm not
adult. You're
about
not under
fucking-
the age of 18?
Hold on.
I'm not all about fucking twisting the narrative into making someone a bad guy like you, Jim.
Hold on, Ross.
So go fuck yourself.
Ross, hold on, Ross. You said that your dad had touched you. Is that what made you go down the road of touching kids? Is that what put you down that path? Maybe you haven't had any sex with a kid. Have you touched a kid?
Oh, by the way, dude, like
Oh,
about the whole
come on.
fucking like.
Come on, Tonka, dude. That's there you go.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on now. It's just like
Ross, seriously, that's a real question. I
what?
didn't say if you fucked a kid. Have you touched a kid?
No, I haven't. For the 100th time, I haven't.
Huh? That's only the second time you haven't touched a kid ever. Not ever touched a kid like that.
Never have and never will. Like I said, I don't stoop to that low.
He's got standards. He just jacks off to their pictures of them getting fucked. He doesn't fuck them himself.
You're twisting it now again.
Oh, the only thing I want to twist is the fucking rope around your neck when they hang you from a tree, Ross.
Oh, nice death threat.
That's just the reality of what you're facing down the road for being the type of person that you are.
Wow. Jim making death threats live on stream, guys.
Oh my God,
I'm
Ross.
insane.
Hey, Ross, why don't you go to the police and tell them about this entire situation? I'd love to see the outcome of that.
I don't care about reporting this.
No. In fact, let's call them right now, Ross, and you can explain to them what led to this point in the conversation, and then you can explain to them that you, a self-confessed pedophile, works at a state-funded school.
Oh, now you're justifying it?
No.
Okay.
I want you to call the police, Ross, right now.
I'm not gonna call the police. I don't care.
No, I want you
I'm not
to.
calling the fucking police.
Oh, but Ross, no.
Now you're trying to incriminate me and try to twist it to be like, oh yeah, Ross will call the police because he'll get fucked.
Why would you get fucked, Ross? I thought you said you haven't done anything.
Even though I won't get fucked.
Yeah, so
They're
why not call
probably
him?
gonna say, "Wow, Jim's insane. A random fucking guy on the internet that's like
No,
never
I think you
showed
should
his
call
face
them, Ross.
before."
I think the law is on your side. Let's call them up.
I don't think the law's on my side. I don't think anything's on my side, and I don't care.
No, but you don't care. Remember, you told us you don't care about anything. You're untouchable, and you've done nothing wrong.
Jim, you don't care about your own reputation. I mean, like you said so yourself.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
I mean, you should call the police. I mean, if you think you're so big and bad.
No, Ross, but you're the one that's talking about death threats. Call the police right now.
Okay, so you're not going to call the police, and I'm going to call the police. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I want you to call them. I
Well,
think it's a smart idea.
then that just confirms that
I think
that
that's a smart
nobody's right
idea.
in the situation.
I think good things
And
will happen.
you have no credibility when it comes down to owning up to your own actions.
I think good things will happen if you do it. I think you should do it. Do it right now. Do it for the audience. The audience wants you to do it.
The audience wants me to do it. Well, the audience can go fuck themselves.
Chat, press 1 if
I
you
don't
should call
care.
the police right this very moment. I think it's a good decision. I think he's got the law on his side.
The audience wants me to call the police, so I should definitely do it.
I think you should do it. Stop stalling and just do it. Be a man. Be a virtuous pedophile and call
I'm
the
not
police.
stalling. I'm straight up fucking do it. And you could say it's because I'm scared of the police or anything like that, even though like the police interviewed me, Jim, and they said I'm not a pedophile.
Oh, they interviewed
But
you.
you said you are.
So you didn't tell them the truth
Yeah.
then? So you lied to the police. Are you saying on
Okay,
a live
here's
stream in
the
front of
fucking-
2,000 people that you lied to the police when
You know,
they came to investigate you for this?
Fucking Christ.
What an
And you
idiot
know what,
are.
honestly,
You're so
like-
dumb. You're
like I
so
said,
dumb.
You know what's funny? Actually, you're gonna twist it and say like, "Oh, we're saying you're not a pedophile.
So
you're
the
definitely
police
not
came to investigate
fucking
you
guys that
over
fucking jerks off
allegations
to
that
little
you might
kids
be
in
a
the
danger to
bathtub."
children.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell them you're a pedophile. You told us, but now you didn't tell the police. So you lied to the police when they came to
No,
investigate.
I told them.
You
I
told them
told
I
them.
am a pedophile.
No, I told them about how I looked, and they said, like, they even looked through my computer, and they haven't even like deleted anything off
Uh-huh.
my computer.
That's not an answer to my question. Did you tell them, officer, I am a pedophile. I need help?
I didn't tell them that I'm a pedophile. I told them though that I need help for like fucking like me being violent. Which,
yeah,
by the
Joseph,
way,
I wonder
most
if you added
people
the
with
detail of.
autism are violent.
Oh no, you don't get to blame this on autism. I know plenty of autists and people with Asperger's that don't want to molest
Like
kids
you?
or hurt kids. That don't want to fucking touch or hurt kids. You don't get to blame it on your condition, you lying piece of shit.
Okay. Yeah, I know, because you have autism yourself.
So that state program that you're in, you didn't tell them that
Dude,
you're a
I know
pedophile.
Jim has fucking autism. I know he's on the spectrum, and he's fucking lying
No,
about
Ross,
saying
that-
he's
that's
not.
the
That's
point,
beautiful. You
We
still don't
just-
get to use it as an excuse, as a shield to protect yourself from criticisms for the
we
shit
we
you
finally
say.
got an answer to like your first question though, Jim. He didn't tell
Oh wow,
the people when he went through the
totally
state.
fucking
that
Yeah,
he
of
was a
course. He
pedophile.
didn't
said
tell
that
the
he's-
state. He didn't tell the police. He hasn't told anybody. He's not getting help. He's a fucking piece of shit.
It's not about getting help. You're trying to. This is the same shit
Good
that
for
that guy
you.
in the Brony
Good for
community
you.
pulled, where he
Because
wanted to pretend he was
I told
getting
them I'm mentally unstable, but you know.
Well, they probably figured that out when you shit
Unstable isn't.
yourself.
I want to fuck kids, Ross.
Yeah, they probably figured that out when you shit yourself after drinking Febreze, genius. Next time, use a chemical that'll kill you, dumbass.
Yeah. Now you're beckoning me to kill myself. That's nice.
Oh, I'm telling you to use that thinking thought brain of yours, Ross, the big boy brain that plans out all the pictures you're going to jack off to toddlers on the internet. I'm telling you to use that instead of for your dick to find something in the cabinet that isn't Febreze, you dumb fuck.
What do you do when you volunteer at that school, Ross?
Honestly,
How do you interact?
you're Jim, I'm not even gonna fucking argue with half of this shit you say because now you're just twisting it and you're gonna be like, yeah, my name is Jim. I'm gonna be like fucking,
Ross, you're such a dumb
fucking, like-
fuck. You know what's going to happen? People will clip this, and it's not going to be me, but they're going to take the fucking clips of you openly stating these things. I don't need to even be in the clips for you to openly state them.
Yeah,
You're an idiot.
Well,
You're dumb.
Oh,
You're a
the
dumb
worst
dumb.
so
Ross.
taking it
You're a
out of
dumb dumb Ross.
context. There you go.
Oh,
The
out of
worst thing to
context.
come
Case
out,
closed.
Ross.
Oh, poor victim, the autistic molestation victim. Oh, poor
Are you fucking kidding me?
poor Ross?
like,
I feel so
putting
sorry
cl-
for you, Ross. I
Like
feel so sorry
chopping up
for you.
clips and making me look
Oh,
like
my
a bad guy.
little
That's-
baby boy. Oh God, my baby bird. I hope
Oh,
you
my
didn't hurt your
fucking
wing.
God.
I hope you didn't hurt your wing, baby bird.
Ross, what do you do?
Well, I have a regard for human life, unlike you, Jim. I'm not a
What do you-
sociopath.
What do you do volunteering?
You're
at
the
school,
one
Ross?
threatening to kill kids, you stupid cunt.
Never threatened to kill kids, though.
Yeah, actually, you did.
I
You
threatened
talked
to
about
kill
wanting
people
to school-
online,
You talked about wanting to shoot up
and
a
usually,
school.
when
You talked
whenever
about wanting
people
to shoot up a
threaten to
school
kill.
and hurt little girls. Those are two things that you said, you dumb cunt.
No. You
The clips
even
are
heard
in
that
my
I
video.
wanted.
The clips
Hold on a
are in
second.
my
Shut
video.
up for a minute
The
and let
clips
me
are
tell
in
you
my
something.
video.
All right.
No, calm your autism down,
Is
Ross.
I fucking wanted
Calm
to
your
shoot up a
autism, a
school when I
normal
was a
person is
freshman
talking.
because kids
You
were
said
bullying
that in
me
the
at
video,
fucking
Ross.
high
It's
school.
on the clips. It's on the clips. I fantasize about shooting up schools.
Are you kidding me? You're
I'll
not
get
even
so
listening
angry.
to a single goddamn
I'll
word
get
I'm
so
even
angry, I'll hit
saying.
a kid. You're a piece of shit. Why should I give you the time?
Why should I give you the fucking time?
Why are you here
In
then,
fact,
you
now
dumb
I could
cunt?
just go ahead and go fuck with you, considering the fact that you're fucking with
I'm
me.
terrified.
So
The pedophile's coming
there you
after
go.
me. Oh, I'm gonna sleep. I'm not gonna sleep well at night. Oh, the pedophile's coming.
Oh man, I'm so terrified of a
protect-
guy that
Tonka,
won't even show his
protect me.
face or come
Tonka,
or even
protect
come
me
down
from the
here.
pedophile in California. He's gonna come and touch me at night.
Oh my god. Like I said, twisting the fucking image and even the narrative. Wow.
Ross, what do
Drink
you
bleach.
do at that school?
You need to drink bleach, Ross.
What do you do at that school?
What? Oh, the chat, man. Wait, what?
What do you do at that school?
All I do is pretty much like help them with fucking I help them I look after them alongside other people that are in the job training program. I know it's
What does
shocking.
what does that
right?
mean? Like you help them? Are you like in the
I
classroom?
fucking help them fucking pay attention to the fucking board and shit and
How
like
do you do that,
be the
Ross?
card
You use your
wrangler.
dick as a ruler and smack them when they're not paying attention? Are you in charge of bathroom
Oh
time?
wow, nice one, Jim.
Are you in charge of
Totally,
bathroom
like-
time, pedophile? Is that what you're in charge of at the elementary school, Ross?
Yeah,
You
if
help
Oh
them
my
go to the
God, of
bathroom when
course
they
you're
need
a
to
have to
pee?
teacher's
fucking-
aide, you take the kids to the bathroom. That's
Do you
what
take the kids to the bathroom, Ross?
Are you a teacher's aide, Ross?
Yeah, but I don't
That's a
even
yes. Did
fucking
you hear
like
that, Tonka? He
fucking
said
God.
yes.
yeah.
Just well done,
Hold
Ross.
on
You've
a
done a
sec.
bang-up job today. It's a smart decision. This was.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
Good look for you. It's a
I
good look
know.
for you.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
That's probably your grandma calling you to step back from the ledge.
Ross.
Yeah, my
I-
phone was ringing right now.
Holy fuck.
But I mean, good job though. I mean, you people are false delusional, and you know what? Honestly, that's good.
A false delusion.
Yeah, no, everybody's under a mass delusion right now, Ross. Nobody heard you say what you said. We're all just going crazy because I'm the
but
Pied
you're
Piper of the
twisting
internet.
what I said.
No, yeah, I'm the Pied Piper of the internet. I just twisted everything you said. You didn't say any of that. It's all out of context. You're innocent. You're a good boy.
You're an admitted pedophile who's working as a teacher's aide at a fucking school.
Well,
who's
hey, you
taking
know what?
kids to the
Honestly,
bathroom.
I think honestly, like pedophiles are not the same thing as fucking child molesters
It
because they
doesn't
haven't
matter what
molested
you
any
think.
child.
Holy shit.
I mean, once they molested a child, that's it. I don't have any respect for them.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad to know that. Thanks for clearing that up, champ. Where would you like me to
I
send
mean,
the
do you
plaque?
think I have
Where would you like
respect
me to
for
send the
Dick
award to
Face?
you?
No, fuck no.
Where should I send it that says virtuous pedophile on it, Ross? Where should I send that? What's the address I'm sending that to?
Do you know who Todd Nickerson is?
Are we back to this again? Ross,
What,
did
you
Todd
wanna know
Nickerson-
who the
did Todd
virtuous
Nickerson fuck
pedophile
you when
is?
you were a kid? You bring him up an awful lot.
He's not you,
Well,
Ross.
the thing is, Todd Nickerson is a normal person, despite him having his problems.
Yeah, but he doesn't work at a school.
He
You
doesn't.
didn't lie about getting help, apparently, since you know that that's what his problem
Well,
is.
I'm not lying about getting help, though.
Yes, you are.
So...
You absolutely
No,
are.
I'm
You're not getting help for being a pedophile. You said you have anger problems. You're unstable.
You're still fucking saying I'm lying about getting help.
That's
despite me
literally
fucking
that.
showing evidence.
Ross, you literally said that when the cops came. You told him you needed help with anger. You literally told us that 5 minutes ago. Oh, answer your grandmother, Ross. She's worried about you. Ross,
Wait,
is
why
this
do you?
she-
How
is
can you
this-
hear my fucking phone call or whatever?
Ross, because I'm everywhere, Ross. Did she throw you out of the house because of this? Is that why you're at the halfway house?
No, it's because me and her did not get along. That's why.
She disagreed with you about fucking children? It's understandable.
And
That's
that
typical.
baby,
Wow,
Dinner table argument.
That's like... Alrighty, whatever. I mean, like, dude, you twist like images about like me, and then you twist images about any virtuous pedophile that hasn't done anything fucking wrong.
Oh, I'm the evil guy coming after the virtuous pedophiles. I'll live with that label. I'll take that one. That can be a title you can throw at my feet.
Well, I don't fucking care because guess what? Even if the minority don't have any fucking respect for them, guess what? I still do. Because I know they haven't done anything to kids.
Yeah, you didn't do
So I
nothing.
guess-
You're a good boy. You just need money for dem
No,
program.
what's funny is that pretty much I don't support child molestation. That's the thing.
Oh, you're
And-
just a
and that's what
pedophile.
you're trying to
You're just
fucking
a pedophile. Do you
put
look at
out
pictures?
there.
Do you look at child porn, Ross?
I don't look at fucking child porn.
Do you think about kids when you jack off? I mean, you are a pedophile.
You know what's funny is that like Destiny is now saying that there's ethical child porn, even though there isn't.
That's great. Don't even try to drag him into this. Destiny would be dunking on your ass too. Do you think of the kids that you, I don't know, look after at the elementary school when you
Oh
jack
really?
off?
He'll
Ross?
fucking. No wait, hold on a minute. You're saying he'll dunk on my ass?
Yeah,
Are
he
you
would
fucking
in a
kidding
second.
me?
Do you think Destiny would? You're out of your mind. Destiny may argue about a lot of things, but he wouldn't tolerate you either.
I wouldn't tolerate Destiny either. I think Destiny's a sick fuck, to be honest with you.
Oh,
So
But
Dan-
you're twisting me as
Ross, I'm
as
asking
worse
you a
than
straight
him.
Ross, I'm asking you a straightforward question. Do you think about the kids you look after at the elementary school when you jack off?
I don't fucking jack off to them in real fucking life or anything
What children
like
do you
that.
think of then when you jack off?
I don't know, lolly.
This is
What about
just,
the
I
kids in
mean,
bathtub?
if you don't like the truth, I don't care.
No, what about the kids in bathtub? You don't tell the truth, Ross.
I do.
When it gets
Well,
down
sometimes I
to
tell the
feeling
truth.
like something may happen,
Not
all
all
of
the
a sudden
time.
Ross
I'm
gets a little
I'm
quiet.
not all the time a truthful person. At least I
No
can admit
shit.
that right then and there. What do you mean bullshit, dude?
I
Like you
said
never
no
fucking say,
shit.
"Oh, I
I said
always
no
tell the
shit.
truth" or anything, but neither do you fucking like
I
say,
said
"Oh, well,
no
I don't tell
shit.
the truth."
I agreed with you. I get it. You're not an honest person all the time. Like when the cops came and asked you what
Yeah.
your problem was, and you acted like it was just being angry.
Oh, okay, never mind. My volume's not even up, like entirely, but like it's still like Hangouts is a pain in the ass sometimes.
You're not going to convince anyone that you were trying to get fucking help when you're lying about what your problem
Well,
is.
I am gonna get help. I don't care about what you say.
Now you're gonna get help.
Drilled that in so many times, despite me
Now
proving
you said you
otherwise.
were getting help, and now you're gonna get help.
I am getting help.
Now you are getting help again. You're
Ross,
Okay,
dangerous
but
as
Ross, you
fuck,
better,
dude.
you better answer that phone. It's been ringing for 10 minutes. Somebody obviously wants to get a hold of you.
Yeah, you're dangerous as fuck, dude.
Yeah, no shit, right? Told you.
Yeah, he doesn't think he's done any. He doesn't get why he's done anything wrong at all.
fucking twisting that though.
Oh, you're getting twisted. Oh, Jim's twisting you. Call me Rabbi Jim. Ross, you can direct the anger that way.
I mean, I tried reasoning with you over and over again.
Oh, I know. But remember, I'm the guy that hunts down virtuous pedophiles and just twists shit.
That I haven't done anything wrong.
No, you're a good boy. We know.
I know, and you're definitely not a liar.
I could be a liar. I could be a thief. I could be a killer. And chances are, if I went to prison, they'd like me a whole hell of a lot more than they'd like you, buddy.
I wouldn't be surprised if like you were the prison bitch, to be honest.
Oh, I think you'd be the prison corpse, Ross. They'd make you bite the cell
Oh,
bars
yeah, would
before
be
they
the
crushed
prison
your
corpse.
fucking skull with a book or something.
I don't think he gets it. This is the kind of shit like people will kill you over this shit.
Go
No, he
down.
has no clue. He really doesn't.
He really
And he's living in a
doesn't. And he's
state
living in a
with people
state with
that
people that
would
would
fuck with him.
fuck with him.
Fucking threatened you, Metokur, this entire fucking call. So
You
can
did it
use that
earlier,
against me all you
twice.
want.
I know who you are, Medicare.
I know who you are, Medicare.
Now I can come after you, Jim.
Jim, that's because you don't care about what other people think.
I look forward to it. Please release a video
Release
and wow
a
me.
video and wow
Tell
me.
my audience the
Tell-
truth, Roz. They need to know.
They need to know.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking like, what you mean about your face?
Yeah. Oh no, about my face, about
about my
everything.
face, about
Just throw
everything.
it out there.
Just throw it out
I
there.
want you to make a
I want
big
you to make
video
a
about
big
it.
video about it.
Ross, this isn't goofy internet shit, dude. You're a fucking danger to society. You're a genuine problem that people will want to root out.
Okay, Mr. National Geographic guy. I mean, you're saying that in like,
What?
guy, dude, like this creature in its natural habitat is a danger to society,
No, that's that.
guys. Like, gotta be careful when this mountain or some shit.
You're not in
That's
your
literally how you
habitat,
fucking
Ross.
sound.
No, that's the problem.
You're trying to
Ross, that
twist me as a
you're
fucking
not
dangerous
in your
creature to
habitat.
society.
You are in your fucking hunting grounds. And that's why you are a fucking danger. You're not in your habitat. You're not trying to get help. You're not doing any of that shit. You are the kind of person who is setting himself up to do what he wants and hope that nobody's going to do anything about it because for some reason you just don't get that you're a fucking problem.
I don't care if hundreds of people can come after me at once. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's the truth. You don't care if you're a problem. That's the truth.
But I'm still gonna get help though.
Doesn't matter. You don't care that you're a problem. You'll go and get help for show, and then you'll pretend that that's a reason no one can come at you anymore. And I'm sorry, that's not how it's
Bullshit.
going to work.
That's
People will
bullshit, though.
fucking end you.
You know that's bullshit.
No, it really
No, that's
isn't.
not bullshit. If I see you, I'll fucking end
It
you,
isn't.
Ross.
Wait, what was that? Can you repeat that?
Ross, if you see people on the street who are like this, the first thing anybody with half a brain is going to do, they're going to grab you, and they're not going to let go of you. Do you understand?
What, that they're gonna fucking like hunt me down or some shit, even though I haven't done anything?
You are so delusional. It's unfucking real.
Oh, God.
That's fine. I mean, like, you can call me delusional all you like.
Ross, if you're walking around saying that you're a fucking pedophile, you cannot be shocked.
You're still fucking twisting that, dude. Oh my god.
Ross, did you not tell us you're a pedophile?
You're repeating the same shit over
Ross,
and over
did you not tell
again.
us you're a pedophile?
Dude, you're repeating the same shit over
Ross,
and
if
over
you're going to
again.
record it, at least get the confession where you admitted you're a pedophile.
Exactly. You're really bad at
What do you mean recorded? This is live.
What do you mean with the echo? Come on, Ross. Step your game up.
No, I'm saying that this is live. Why does it need to get recorded?
I have no idea. But why don't you, for the recording, for
We'll
the
leave it to the retarded pedophile to figure that out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like fucking, it's not like you fucking lied about anybody ever.
Yeah, Tonka. Yeah, a travel guy, Tonka. Net Geo, man. You know what's coming for you?
Oh, God.
You're taking on Discovery Channel, Ross. You're going to get fucked up.
Well, I originally made that joke and you stole it, so...
That wasn't a joke. That was you fumbling over an insult. And then I picked it up and ran with it to mock how stupid you are.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ,
whatever.
All
See,
right. Well,
people-
I got nothing else for this guy. I think he's done more damage
Yeah,
to
neither
himself than
do I.
anything anybody
I
else
mean,
has
like-
ever do to him.
You're not delusional, you're the opposite of delusional, Jim.
Yes, he
But,
is.
like,
He
people
is the
think
opposite
that-
of delusional, right?
Okay.
People think
Yeah,
he's
no, you got it
all
right
day,
the first
Jim.
time. Let's
I mean,
end on a
that's
high
fine.
note. That's good. Opposite of delusional. Thank you. You really nailed
Yeah,
me
I
there.
know.
That was some fire.
And you
Hot
don't
take.
understand that that's really bad.
Oh, God.
Wow, you were just dumb.
I'm
Yeah,
dumb.
if he-
Okay.
Dude, if he had more brains, he would be really fucking dangerous. Like, the fact that he is a fucking retard is what's kind of held him down at a manageable level so far.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's lost in translation. I don't give a fuck.
It's not lost in translation, Ross. You're
Yeah, it
a
is.
bad thing. You are a bad
Okay.
thing.
I'm self-aware, all right? Like, really.
Oh,
Okay, Ross.
God.
Well, you have a good night. Remember, it's down the street, not across the road. And pin a note to yourself
Oh,
so we can
wow.
read the obituary.
Fucking Christ.
Alrighty, see you when you show your face.
I'll visit you in prison, buddy.
Oh, okay, see you.
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody on your cell block you're a pedophile so they know who to hit with soap.
Jesus.
That's fucking... God. All right.
I don't know. I have to look into this. I
I don't
no
want to look
idea.
into this. I don't want to look into a pedophile working at a school. I don't need to catch these charges.
I have no idea who Ross is. I'm fucking just learning from fucking tonight.
I mean, if you talk to me like a rational human being, then you can actually get to know
Well,
me.
Oh, Ross.
You're not rational, motherfucker.
Yeah, do a backflip when you open the window, buddy.
Oh man, you're still here, Jim.
You're the one that said you're leaving, you stupid cunt.
Uh-oh. I thought you were leaving.
Yeah, you hit the sign out button. There you go, champ.
There's people that want to talk to you. Would you be willing to talk to?
Oh my God! Please bring in more people. That would be. You know what? I'll
You're gonna have
sit back
Ross
and watch
take
this.
callers.
I'll have him take callers.
Wait, who? NSP?
I don't know
fucking-
who.
I don't
Do you
know.
want to take callers, Ross?
No.
This will give you a better scale to know
Alright.
whether or not it's just me and
Here,
Jim being that shitty.
I'll tell you who wants to come on here
Sure,
to
why
talk
not?
to you. Let's see. I have a couple people. One is V. V wants to talk to you. I don't know if you know who V is.
B.
Yeah.
How the fuck did B get in?
I mean, he probably is more.
Coming from the spotters, mate. Yeah, bring V in.
Uh,
That'd actually be entertaining.
Sinatra says is another person who.
Hold off on fucking Sinatra. He's had enough fake Ross to hold him over.
Okay.
Who's the others? I'm sure you've got a list. Keep going. Who are they?
Let's see. AP wants on, and there's a shitload of people that I don't recognize that want to jump on and.
Go with
Hey,
go with
I have a
V.
question,
Go
Metokur.
with
How
V.
come you don't go after Kiwi Farms?
Kiwi Farms isn't
No,
a
no,
place
no,
where
no,
I'm
no,
working
no,
at a school.
Yeah, let me take this.
Let me take this.
Oh,
School.
is this
Is that
keyword
your
farms? Are
keyword
they,
now to use against me?
Oh, Ross, if you're recording, stop for a second so I don't hear the echo all the time. Jesus
You
Christ.
can use the stream, Ross. I don't care.
Yeah, nobody's going to hold it against you. The whole thing. Take it all. I don't know anybody at Kiwi Farms that's a self-admitted pedophile that works at an elementary school, Ross.
Let me see. I don't know. The admin, maybe. The admin of the fucking
So
website.
you're saying that Null is a pedophile that works at an elementary school. Is that what you're stating right now?
Well, he's not a fucking elementary
he
school
work
worker,
at an
but he's
elementary-
definitely like a fucking
Does he
pedophile.
work at an elementary
Now,
school?
he
like
doesn't care about getting help.
Does he work at an elementary
doesn't.
school like you? Has he gone on stream saying he wants
You
to hurt
still have
kids
to use
like you
that
did?
keyword elementary school, man.
That's where you work,
Like,
isn't
are
it?
you kidding me?
Is that not where you work?
Oh my god, dude. You keep
Oh,
repeating
dude.
that over and over again.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
tubular.
that's where I
it's
work.
totally rad, man. Like rad to the max and shit. Like clean the cube, bro. Hey, Keanu, fuck off. Nobody at Kiwi Farms works in elementary school and says they want to molest kids or are interested in kids. That's you. That's all you.
Dude. Fucking, I need to
Bro.
message, like...
Let me
I don't know, I need to
see.
message her. Wait, how do I fucking...
Just to let you know, V, you got the link in your thing. There's now a female that wants to get in and put her opinion.
Is
Weebo
their name
Jones.
Ruby?
No, Weebo Jones.
It's your guys' show. Whoever you want. I'll just sit back here in the
Get-
background
get
and
me
enjoy the
first.
show.
Get V first. Find out.
Alright, there's
what we
V.
can out of V.
Hey everyone.
Welcome,
How you
V.
doing there?
Are,
How you
are
doing,
you,
V?
are you
I'm a
familiar
little
with...
bewildered. Right, I'm reading the press, and if you guys read Salon, there was also another pedophile who is arguing for being accepted and being embraced by society.
That's the guy
And-
he keeps talking about. We know.
And
about
then there's another article where he works with kids, and you look at other companies like Magic the Gathering. Recently, another higher up at Hasbro, also a confirmed pedophile, also around children. It's like, if you want to be accepted by society and people to understand, why is it that all these people turn out to be next to kids?
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it, V? Gets the noggin jogging, doesn't it?
You know what's interesting? Like in the military, they won't take you if you're an actual psychopath. Like if you like butchering little kittens and shit like that, they won't take you in the military. Would you consider that also to be discrimination?
What?
He's not being discriminated against, V. He's fucking working at a school.
Yeah, exactly. Which,
That's
honestly,
not good,
like...
Ross.
I'm against discrimination, so how's that not good?
Oh, that. Good, Ross.
He's a freedom fighter, Tonka.
God damn, dude, I can't. I gotta hold on. I'll be back.
You know,
Anyways, I
since-
probably drained a couple of energy, so yeah. Probably
You
gonna
drained a
see
couple of
Never
energy.
Metokur, and yeah, so yeah, see you.
Oh, okay. Remember, do a backflip. V, can I ask you a question?
Go.
If you had a hypothetical child and they were in a elementary school, and then you found somebody who was working with that child who didn't have a background check, who was a self-admitted pedophile, who looked at naked kids on the internet, who made statements about wanting to hurt kids or shoot schools up, who tried to manipulate suicidal people, who threatens to dox or hack people, who gets vicious and angry with people, would you want that person around your kid?
Not only would I pull out my child, I would also make sure that I inform all the other parents at the school and go to the media to kick up a stink about the school who hired this individual.
Right? So it's not just us. He's trying to
No.
make it seem like, oh, it's so weird that we would find that to be an issue. It's just this 3 people that have a problem with this virtuous pedophile.
There is a push from the left to turn pedophilia into one of the letters on the LGBTQ LMNOP.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. I mean, I remember when I did a stream fucking 2 years ago with Sargon and Milo. I think you'll notice when this is a real serious push when they use the term pedosexual. When they, no, really,
What was
I
that
think
thing
that's
that
gonna be
he came at us with earlier? What was it?
pedophobia.
Pedophobia.
We're afraid of pedophiles. Yeah. No, I think kids are. I think most kids have pedophobia. It's understandable.
Pedophobia is a rational fucking fear to have.
Did you ask him what he thinks about the Amosi?
No, we didn't get a chance to. We're
Damn it.
too busy dancing back and forth. Did you hear the amount of times his fucking phone went off? I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's grandma.
That's grandma or the fucking law. One of
Yeah.
the two.
Grandma's probably a fucking Kumite fan, telling the faggot to get off the air. Jeez.
That's fucking.
I just like to say, you know, because I'm going to jump now that this is done, but I would like to say I fucking totally called it.
Mhm.
I called it in the first video. I called it in the second video. I told it in the third video.
Well,
Fucking
you called.
nailed it.
You
Well,
fucking called more than that.
feel
Okay.
free to
again,
use
like,
any of
remember,
this.
is the cat that randomer cam and the money back. This is the guy that they hopped
They're
on that hill to
defending, yeah.
defend.
Yep.
Metokur,
fucking-
if you want to take this entire fucking thing and fucking mirror it on your channel, feel free.
Yeah.
This
It's been memorable. You guys have a good evening. I'd stay on longer, but I got shit to do. And
You've
I was
been
kinda
doing a
spur of
bunch
the
of shit.
moment.
dude.
Oh, I feel dirty. I gotta go take a shower with a Brillo pad. Get
Oh,
the
yeah.
stink of Ross off of me. Fucking hell.
I wanted to fucking yell at him so bad. It just I knew.
The main thing I want to say, like when you were saying that he was dangerous in that video before, like I was kind of like, well, yeah, he might be dangerous. Listening to him talk, you begin to really fucking understand why he's really goddamn dangerous.
Yep. But you know what's the real issue? When the push for pedophilia is going to happen, and I honestly think it's going to from the far left, because these people, they like to try to push the boundaries of society, so they will push for something like gay marriage, and most people don't like it, and then they get it, and most people are okay with gay marriage, right? And then they're like, holy shit, people are okay, we need to push for something else. And they start pushing for, I don't know, like Sieg, Zer, hier pronouns, shit like that, right? And then people are okay with it eventually. And they're like, okay, we need to push for something else. What does piss people off? Okay, pedophiles, we need to push for that. So when the push comes, my question is like, what arguments can you use? Because they will push it in the way it's like, oh, if they haven't committed a crime, if they haven't done anything wrong, why should we discriminate against them? And you need to come up with good arguments against that.
I will say that wrong think is a thing if your think is pedophilia.
Yeah.
If your think
my-
is pedophilia, wrong think exists.
My argument is that children are a protected class in society, and it's fair because everyone was a child at one point and they were protected. So it's our duty to protect the next generation of children. So if it comes between, you know, an adult's dick and what he wants, or the safety and well-being of a child, the safety and well-being of a child will always come first.
How about this? If you know you have a fucking problem like that, don't fucking work around fucking kids and shit. Just
Yeah, that's
No,
what
that's
this is.
The thing that all right, we see it as a problem. He doesn't see it as a problem. That's the reason he's working around kids.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want the benefit of the doubt, and you want the kindness of society. It's like, well, I was born this way, you know, my dick has a mind of its own. I can't help it, blah, 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 blah. I want you to understand me, right? If you want to try to push for that, at least be as far away from children as possible.
Yeah.
You're still going to be a piece of shit in my mind. I mean, it's just, you know, just like you can't help the fact that you're attracted into this. I can't help but feel disgusted by it.
The whole world's gonna be disgusted. Nobody's gonna be like, yeah, you want to fuck kids? That's totally no. People are gonna beat the fuck out of you.
I had no idea. Like when I saw like the thumbnail for the thing, I saw like a bathtub. I thought like maybe this was some guy that was shitting on himself in a bathtub. This went in a direction I had no idea it was gonna fucking go into.
I haven't seen the new gym video. It apparently happened while I was asleep.
I'm curious if political correctness will ever cover this, because imagine if, you know, being angry.
That'll be
at
the
people.
end.
See, I thought about that, but think about the transgender issue, right? There are certain states where you can just claim I'm a woman and go into a women's bathroom, a women's locker room. You know, you can be a peeping Tom and the girls can't kick you out, because if they do, they're breaking the law.
I get that, but as soon as it goes into something that is exclusively like, okay, they're pedophiles, they like kids, nobody's gonna give a fuck about their rights.
I hope so, mate. I really hope so.
That's not gonna fucking fly.
Mm.
Like, that's the kind. Like, if I heard someone say the shit that Ross said on the fucking street, at a fucking store, any fucking, I'm catching charges right then.
Yeah. Well,
I'm catching charges. I'm going to jail.
See, this is what scares me, because this is what I think is the reasonable thing to say. But then you think about Sweden, which is giving people who fought in for ISIS and killed others, and they're coming back to Sweden. They give them a new name, and they give them, you know, benefits and social security and stuff like that. And again, it's like, you know, these people went out there, killed other human beings. Their organization is responsible for committing terrorist attacks in Europe, and they're coming back and they're welcome with open arms. And if you complain about it, you're an Islamophobe and you're going to face hate crimes. So, you know, like if you would ask me 10 years ago if this was possible, I would say no. And if you're asking me now, would it be possible for political correctness to defend pedophilia, I would say no. But then again, you know, based on all the shit that I've seen and how effective the far left is at changing culture, I don't know, man. It's fucked up.
That's definitely fucked up. I can't believe that fucking dude got into a school. I have no idea how the fuck. Well, no, I do know how that happened. He asked for. He went to the state and he's getting help for something that isn't pedophilia, so they put him in a program at a school.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Do the parents know, though?
Do the parents know?
No, they don't.
I imagine nobody knows. He lied to them.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna read some fucking signs. This fucking shit, fucking disgusts me and shit. Worst that I might ever for 2 says, "What is this faggotry?" Ugh. Toad McKinley says, "Don't call him autistic, or I will bring my puppets." Worst that I might ever for 2 says, "Ross, why no suicide stream yet? We are all waiting." Also says, "Is that a child screaming in the background?" Gentleman bystander for 2 says, "What's the over-under on an in real life re?" Zemeckis Lebowski says, "Good evening. Sup, Tonka, Failure, and Billy." Joaquin Hodge says, "Fake Ross versus real Ross. Win. You screwed us for Ross." Like, honestly, fucking fake Ross. I now prefer fake Ross over real Ross. I had no idea fucking real Ross was a scumbag like that. Why I Drink for $4.99 says, "Press 1 to get the FBI in here." K-Mock says, "Chat, we have an obligation to notify that school." Zemeckis Lebowski for 2 says, Wait, what the hell? That's real Ross, holy shit." Lurker for $5 says, "We are approaching the J-Curve people." Sam Rhodes says, "Ross also fantasized about raping his ex-girlfriend." Wait.
What a shock.
Yeah. Ishiomi Anaze says, "Hey Ross, quit being a weird guy and get laid." No, don't get laid.
It is not that simple
Yeah.
with that fucking guy.
Stan Jarvis says people like Ross are defective beyond repair. Just hang them in the town square and be done with it. Joaquin Hodgford 2 says BYBS, didn't do nothing. Gas for Ross. Pedals get the rope. Ramguard for 2 says I need help for pedophilia, but I'm not into kids. Harvey Juice Stein for $1.99 says he lives in Laguna Beach, California. I'll say this, like, a lot of people that are anti-doxing were tested tonight. There are a lot of people that are anti-doxing are like, fuck it, give me that guy's information so I could go kick his ass. Jonathan Vasquez for $5 says, call the pedophile what he truly is, an animal that needs to be put away to rot. K-Mox for $2 says, spam FBI Twitter people. LM for $5 says, this is all a troll and fake. Good job, Jim. Quality production. No, here's the thing. I don't think it's a troll.
Why did he come on though?
Jim wanted to
He's
talk
a
to him.
fucking madman. He's nuts. He's a fucking idiot, and he doesn't think he's done anything wrong, and he thinks Jim's delusional for thinking he has. He's fucking nuts. That was crazy, people, by the way, in case you were wondering. That's what the fuck crazy sounds like.
Let me see. I'm just looking at the regular chat for a second. Trump Econo says, checking a poll's Twitter, Ross admitted to touching a kid. Nuclear wants to come on. Failure, look at the fucking chat. Which nuclear? No idea. Look, we're about to end this fucking shit. This was a special
Who the fuck
occasion.
is nuclear?
I have no idea.
Like random
Well,
fucking people.
By the way, they're saying wake up, failure, sound dead. I'm ready to go to sleep. I was ready to go to sleep. Fucking.
We do a morning show.
Yeah.
This was kind of this special kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something happened, so I got woke up to talk to a pedophile. The fuck.
All right, I'll try not to mumble while I read these. Michael Fisher for $5 says, Ross, the only help you need is into a nose or against a wall. Bob Bill for $4.99 says, I hope Ross is actually the first person to off himself after being on the Kumite. Absolute waste of oxygen. An eye emoji for $5 says, this is the best Kumite in weeks. Thanks, Jim. By the way, I didn't know you could just make your name an emoji. Yeah. Melissa Berry for $2.99 says, Mwahahaha. Lost Wingman 07 says, the blood gods know no rest. Hey man, nice shot for $5 says, Ross, I admit I'm a pedophile. Volunteer at a school. Leave me alone. Logic. Furby Oats 1 says for $2. Apology, bad English. Where were you when Badger was killed?
What?
Where were you when Badger was killed? That's what it says. Mike Hunt for $24.99. Because Metokur is the greatest internet realist with an autistic ability to reveal truth behind every curtain.
To be fair, this one was all Ross being revealed. That's how you know he's like, there are horror movies that start with a premise like this, and for real, people, like, get this: if Ross wasn't such a fucking retard, he would be really fucking dangerous. He's still dangerous, but the fact that he's so fucking stupid is the one thing that makes it to where it's so easy to fucking catch on to his shit. Like, this could be a fucking horror movie. Just some fucking crazy sociopath. Just insane motherfucker running around doing this shit. A pedophile getting a job at a fucking school. And if he knew how to keep his fucking mouth shut on the internet, nobody would know about it. Think about that. Think about it. Let that shit roll around in your head for a minute. That there was a pedophile working at a fucking school. And nobody would know about it if he wasn't dumb enough to talk about it on the internet.
Mate, like what scares me is the pedophiles working at Magic for so long, and no one even talking about it. Like, just how many of them are working next to kids that we don't know about?
Probably a bunch.
All right, who the hell is Nuclear Gamer? Never.
If they have gamer in their name, I already don't like them.
Yeah.
Nuclear Gamer. Is that the guy from a second ago? The nuclear that everyone wants? A nuclear
Yeah,
gamer?
that's the nuclear dude that wants. Yeah. Look, we're getting ready to fucking wrap this shit up. I didn't know who Ross is. Now I know who Ross is. I regret it. I'm with you now, Tonka. I don't want to meet new people.
Told you.
Black Magic for $5 says best stream. The Blood God is pleased. Red Feather for $2 says which school does he work at and what's his last name. Mr. Frondaro says for $2, what is his last name? No more games. FBI now. Ragnak Alfred says hashtag blood for the blood gods. Your sacrifice is fuck Ross. Yeah. No. 333 love for $2. What school? A lot of people are wondering what school. AA for $4.99 says get the fox help by putting him in the hen house. Yeah, that makes no fucking sense.
None of that shit makes sense.
Let's see. Dick Buttock says Nuclear Gamer is one of Ross's past friends. I got no idea how to contact him. I don't see any DMs. I don't see, so I don't know what you guys want me to do. Let's see. Joaquin Hodge says I would happily go to jail to castrate this loser. Pragmatic Culture for $5 says somebody get the rope for Ross now.
That's what I think he doesn't get is that everybody, most people are like, yeah, I'd rather not go to jail. But when you start bringing kids into shit, all of a sudden people are like, no, I'll go to jail to fuck you up.
Honestly, I think this is the whole argument that you need to have with the far left when they will push for pedophilia. You know, you just need to be like, yeah, I'm fucking irrational. I don't care. You know, I will fuck people that call themselves pedos. And if they go and start making apology, you're like, oh, so you're one of them. You know, you're basically supporting them, you piece of shit.
Well, that would be the thing. I don't care if it feels irrational to someone else. I don't care what someone else's feelings are about pedophiles.
Yeah.
I do not like them. I will never like them.
Yeah, just admit it's an irrational thing, and it's a good thing, right? Not
There's-
everything that's irrational is bad.
There's never going to be someone who convinces me that I need to be nice and kind to pedophiles. That person runs the risk of getting punched in the mouth.
Alright, let's see. The man known as ASC says for $5, hey Ross, threatened any more 7-year-old girls lately? I have no idea what the fuck that's about.
Threatening 7-year-old girls, Jesus.
Ferrari for $2 says Ross, do you RP as a kitty slave? C. Thomas the Peasant for $2 says if you touch a kid's wee, you get the Zyklon B. Ishak and Jamdar for $5 says I work with kids in my job and it disgusts me that Ross somehow got a volunteer position in a school. Screw this degenerate in the state of Cali. Here's the thing, if nobody knows about it, it's nobody's fucking fault but fucking Ross.
And they don't know. He told them he had anger problems. That's how he got it. That's how he got that volunteer spot. He just put it off his anger problems. They don't know. Again, this could be a fucking horror movie. If he wasn't a fucking retard, this could be a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like the other, like he kept saying that he hadn't touched kids, but like he'll tell you he lies about shit all the time, and he dodged that question like 3 times. That's the kind of motherfucker that am I sitting around with bated breath waiting to read his obituary with a smile on my face. I don't know. I don't know. You guess.
Alright, let's see. Jessica H for $1.99 says, not 3 versus 1, it's you versus kids.
It's him versus the world with that shit. Nobody's gonna get down with that, man. Nobody's gonna be on your side.
Water Jabbers for 5 says, he won't end up on a milk carton. No one would pay to put his picture there. Fuck pedophiles. Elizabeth B for $2 says, this is too much to listen to. Jesus fucking Christ. Ragnarok Golfbert says, for $2, hashtag blood for the blood gods. Thank you so much for this, Jim. Gentleman Bystander for 20 says, I'm not sure this is Ross. He's either on some great drugs right now, or this is someone else doing a bit, because he would have cracked by now. Apparently, people that know him said this is the real Ross.
People want to know him.
Yeah, no, like people that are quote-unquote friends with him or whatever. Lurker for $2 says, you are fucked, Ross. Have fun in jail. Bearded Truth for $10 says, someone please report this child fuckers to the appropriate authorities with recordings.
Okay, who wants to hear an awful thing?
What's up?
I kept getting something spammed at me on Twitter. Okay, Ross fucking lied. The whole reason he went to go get quote unquote help was because he had touched a kid.
Well, even if that's the case, don't you still get arrested?
Jesus.
I mean, if he was caught or someone knew, but I don't fucking know. I hope he dies. I hope he fucking dies. Hope somebody gets him. Hope something.
So he is a fucking kid toucher. So he.
Yeah.
But like he didn't he said that the fucking kid toucher is bad and fucking. So he. Why are people like this in the fucking world? Yeah.
All kinds are gonna get created. The fucking question is, are they gonna get fucking decimated?
Here's the fucked up thing. Like, all right, let's say shit happens, so adults fucking have the mentality, hopefully, to fucking deal with it. When this happens to a fucking kid, they don't know how to fucking deal with it, and chances are it goes off to fuck off their adult life.
Turns them into pedos too, according to statistics.
Yeah. Ragnar offered for $2 says alpha victim hashtag blood for the blood gods. Much love all. Sir Adamantine says for 5, this guy is a Russian Deadpool in the making. Don't take anybody else out, just fucking take yourself out. Ragnar Golfbert says for 2, he requites fellow pedos to preschool classrooms. Jessica H says for $1.99, he said he's in job training, a job with kids. Doku HLXD says, failure, please play the clip. I want this on record. I don't know what clip he's talking about. K-Mox for $2 says Nickerson was that slate writer. Bearded Truth.
The writer that was normalizing pedophilia that got kind of popular a few years ago. Jesus. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Bearded Truth for 2 says naked kids in a tub for fatherhood. Ross. Yeah. Worst item I'd ever for 5 says Tonka, can this be Ito on the road? I'm fucking down for this trip. What, everybody get on the road to fucking find Ross? Is that it? Triple Ice Cream for $5 says Todd Nickerson wrote an article for Salon defending pedophiles. Really gets those neurons firing. Xiaomi Enzai says Ross makes me want to gyrate a grizzly bear. Alhoot Alazim Acolyte for $4.99 says, after so many years on the internet, very little can faze me. Ross and his ilk physically revolt me. Death to all pedophiles. Oh, and Viva La Raza. I don't have the music today. Like I know what you're saying. Like, I feel it in my gut. Like, it's just fucking the fact that like he has no remorse for anything he's saying. He just thinks like he's.
He just has to check off the boxes to say sorry. He doesn't have to be sorry. He's like, no, I'm doing the thing. When he's not even don't like it.
By the way, guys, yeah, we checked Jim's Twitter. We saw the thing about him lying to us.
What do you think he expected when he came on?
Well, I asked him, like, what do you want? Do you want, like, Jim to take down the thing or what? He said no. Like, he just... I have no idea what he wanted with Jim. He just heard that Jim wanted to talk to him and said fine.
Maybe
He
he
wanted to
wanted
talk
to-
shit at it. I don't fucking. That was so dumb.
Maybe he wanted la compassion.
No, well, he said that Jim was misrepresenting him.
People are saying that nuclear gamer guy wants to dox Jim. That's a really good reason to let him on. That's apparently who that guy is. He's a random goof who wants to dox Jim. Brilliant. Ugh.
So because Jim goes after pedophiles, this gamer wants to dox Jim?
Just a brigade of fucking retards. Just a platoon of fucking goofs. So stupid.
The Orange Cow for $20 says, everyone please say a prayer for Sweetheart Jim so that he may survive his gout-infused cancer AIDS, and so that Ross and Kurt's wife fail to tentacle him to death in a bathtub. The Dope Plumber for $4.99 says, I wouldn't even press F for you. Far right Yorkshire man for $2 says, I hope Kronos grabs this and sends it to the cops. I'm super low energy right now. That just fucking drained the shit out of me. Like, I wanted to just yell at him, but there was already you and Jim yelling at him. I had to fucking hold back, and now I have a fucking headache. Aaron Shern for 50, just laid down $50, and another 10 to say if he is super serious about getting help, he will give out his information right now. Well, I think a problem with these people.
About getting dead, he would have done that shit.
I think a problem with these people is allowed them to think that they could treat themselves.
I wonder if there's actually help for them. I mean, I know people say there is, but what is the number of people who go in there and come up cured?
I don't know. Ivan Vakanoff says for $19.99, Legendary, please read my super chat during the court case. Kotaro Inu 510 says for 10, what's worse, vor or pedophilia? Pedophilia, hands down.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah. Nig for 2 says nuclear wonton.
I want a fucking Pegasus.
I don't know what to tell you. My DMs are open. I never got anything, and we're about to wind down, so we got a show in the morning. Strep Throat for $20 says Jim's got to go take a bath. I might have to go take one too. Fucking, I feel dirty after fucking listening to that asshole. Dual wield for $5 says Kumite rap in your DMs, fellas. What? I'll listen to that in the morning. I just need to go fucking pass out after this. Gentleman bystander for 20 says Tonka and Jim are the ultimate good cop, bad cop. Also, V is right about the push and the slippery slope. Yeah. Antifa hotline for $2 says pedophobia is real and only Nazis are pedophobes. Gunfox61 for 5 says Tonka, I'd be right there with you. I'd be going to jail as well because I would beat that bastard into a coma. Far right Yorkshire man says if Tonka paid Ross a visit, I'd pay for his bail. Pinky Culture for 5 says the solution to pedophilia is a bullet. Nassim Raccoon says, can we raise enough money for a necklace on Ross? Red Feather for 2 says Ross should have been an abortion product of incest. Strep Throat for 5 says I seriously hope someone comes. Oh, I seriously hope something comes off of this stream. Ross is a danger to himself and others, and he belongs in an institution far away from kids. I'm gonna disagree with you. He doesn't seem to be a danger to himself, but yeah, for sure to fucking kids and shit. He seems content in life, being the shitbag that he is.
Yeah. That dude, that shit was creepy.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of shit that creeps me. Like I don't get freaked out at horror movies or any of that shit. That dude, that shit had me shook.
Oh no, I heard
who's like
you were
that and
dead
they don't fucking
asleep.
get it.
You were dead asleep when fucking Jim came in here, and then as soon as Ross came, and that fucking lit you up.
Was he recording the stream?
Probably. When those
Why?
echoes, I have no idea. And Doku HLSD for $2 says Ross School comment please, so it's on record. Wait, I don't know what school.
I think I know why actually. If he goes on one of these forums that are for, pedophile acceptance or whatever you call it, he might use to show how vile people are to pedophiles who quote unquote did nothing wrong. That's how they get sympathy points. That's how they're trying to push their ideology. They're using pedophiles who haven't molested anyone and say, well, they're people too, and you're basically harassing them for wrong thing and blah 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 blah. And then they will show the stream.
Far right Yorkshire man asks, does Ross have a channel? I asked him that on the Discord. He says yes, he does have a channel, and he posts like about 4 times a day, but it's a private YouTube channel.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know what he said.
People ask how I know this. I made the video about it on my main channel when I was looking into the salon advertising pedophilia and trying to make it a thing. So they are using sympathy points with all sorts of forums that are pedophiles who claim they haven't done anything. And they're trying to vilify, people who are pedophobic. Because they attack these people even though they haven't committed any crime, blah 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 blah, and they're saying it's like, oh, pedophiles refuse to seek help because people are mean to them. That's the arguments that they're using.
All right, Chris Cobb for $5, just dropped down $5. Euler 108 for $2 says, did you fuckers get his doxes or did you failed? People tried, and like I said, a lot of people that are anti-doxing are kind of fucking saying fuck it and want to find out where he is. But here's the thing: like a lot of people have said before, if it's finding information to hand it over to the police, is it? Like I don't like if I see people fucking put in a dox in the chat, I'm still gonna fucking ban you and shit. But if somebody got his information, hand that shit over to the fucking FBI. How do you feel about that, Tonka?
I don't care what anybody does to him.
V.
Well, if Tonka says he doesn't care, who am I to contradict him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody does with that guy. Maybe that's fucked up, but I don't care. I don't care what happens to him.
No, I feel you. The Guardian for 5 says, keep up the hard work, gentlemen. Stoner Logic says, even if it's consensual, sex is potentially harmful, physically and emotional. It is not irrational to protect our children from those possibilities. Chaps, hold on. Chap 666 says, late night Kumite, wah. Spooky Weeb Trash says, would you advocate for doxing if it would save children? Here's the thing, don't put it in public. Send it to the fucking FBI. Send it to the authorities and shit. Collect whatever information.
I'm not advocating for anything, but I don't care what happens to him.
Mm-hmm. Like, it is really easy to turn into a lynch mob, but gotta fucking turn that shit into the authorities, even if they do shit jobs.
No, dude, somebody could run him down with a fucking car, throw him in the fucking back, take him to their fucking house, do whatever they want to with him. I wouldn't be able to make myself give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, King of Paul says that he admitted on a Skype conversation to him that he touched the kid. Hopefully he has that recorded.
There's no. What's the fucking opposite of sympathy? Okay, that is what I would have.
No.
I can't.
Apathy?
I can't give a shit about.
Yeah, it's apathy.
Yeah. Nothing. I would feel nothing. It's run him over, fucking rip his fingernails off one by one, cover the motherfucker in honey and kick over an anthill. I won't give a shit.
So there's no way your cock can drip a tear over this, is what you're saying.
By the way, like I'm reading a thing on Twitter right now. After tonight's Kumite, people don't get that children are disposable from a societal perspective. They are a burden. They don't pay taxes. They don't vote. They are dependent on adults who don't care about them. Seeing a child as a lump of cells sets the mindset that they are disposable. Here's one thing. I'm not particularly fond on kids. I hate being around fucking kids. But we've all been a kid at some point, and you know, like I almost got molested when I was 6. That shit, you know, like no.
You don't have to like kids in order to understand why this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like other people, and yet I still understand murder is bad.
It's the pinnacle of picking on the weak. It's finding the weakest element of society, and a lot of it has to do with deceiving them and trying to gain their trust falsely and doing all kinds of fucked up things, not just to their bodies, but to the.
It's also how many people you fuck up. It's not just the kid; it's his family as well.
Well, like Ross. Oh no, think about Ross. He said that he was molested. Now listen to him. Listen to what he's doing.
No, that is what happens though. Like if you look at the statistics, most kids who end up being molested turn into pedophiles for some reason. Like most pedophiles are molested as children.
Yeah, that's the is most of the people who are pedophiles were molested.
Yeah, not the other way around. Sorry.
It's a creepy fucking chain. It's like listening to him talk. That shit was scary. He just coldly talking about, well, yeah, I'm a pedophile. Yeah, I work with kids. Yeah, it's nothing. It's not, and you're wrong for questioning it. And like that's the weird entitlement that Jim was talking about. Like it almost feels like somebody wouldn't be able to have that mindset 20 or 30 years ago. Like they just wouldn't be able to have that mindset. They might be a pedophile, yes, but they wouldn't have that specific mindset of what is it? What's the big deal?
Yeah, if you look at virtuous pedophiles on Google, you will find so much push from the left in order to try to make people accept pedophiles. Like five ways we misunderstand pedophilia by crack.com, for instance. And they're like publications like Vice, Salon, and these publications are usually aimed at teenagers, right, who really don't understand the world, and they're trying to make rational arguments on why hating pedophiles is wrong and why people who hate pedophiles are pieces of shit. This is where it's going.
I fucking hate it.
I remember on what was that website, NeoGAF? There was this guy who came up and said that he's a victim of pedophilia, and this mod came in and said that because you're a victim of pedophilia, you're not allowed to talk about pedophiles because you don't have an objective understanding of the situation.
There's
yeah,
there's two things that really bother me. Definitely the fucking pedophiles going after the kids, and fucking people that target the elderly that can't fucking defend themselves.
I put both of those into the same. It's people who go after the weak.
Yeah.
I hate you if you do that. Nothing will make me hate a person quicker than noticing that they're just going after the weak. Like when the kind of people who do that, they see those people and they see blood in the water for them because it's an easy target for them. When I see you going after them, I see you as an easy target for me.
Ben Mercier for 5 says Ross reminds me of Isaiah Sagawa, who cannibalized someone in 1981 France. Mind you, he was caught by police, lied to them, did that he did that. All right. Bad Dragonite for 2 says it's morning here, may as well start morning Kumite. And have you been to sleep yet, Tonka?
I was asleep for about an hour and a half before I heard you and Metokur. Hey.
Well, at least you heard it, unlike when I got Don Sargoni on Failure Stream and he was asleep the whole time.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad I woke up for this one. I don't regret this at all.
But what time is it there?
It's not that late, but I usually go to sleep like fucking 6 hours ago. So yeah. I won't be sleeping for a minute. I'm a little mad. I'm a little irritated.
Doku HLSD for 2 says hearing that idiot I want to drink gets feel sick. Holy Uncap for 5 says, how has he made it this far in life without getting beaten to paralysis? Honestly, what scares me the most is that he hasn't had the hammer fall yet. Well, apparently the thing is, from what they're saying, he has. He got... Well, wasn't that the thing that detective fucking said? He got busted for a kid touching before.
Yeah.
No, he didn't get busted. He admitted he touched
He admitted
kids.
he did it, and that's why he wanted help.
Oh, he admitted, so he didn't get busted. Alright, so he's just fucking... Gunfox61 for 5 says, okay, I got 50 foot of rope. Let's hang this motherfucker high. Worst Edomite ever for 10 says, everyone go and look up the sex offender registry. People like this are all around you and your families. Only one way to fix this, as they are the highest repeat offenders. Here's the thing: he might not be part of the sex offender registry if he hasn't been caught yet.
Exactly. The registry's kind of useful, but it doesn't have everybody.
Oh.
They're the ones who are good at it, or just haven't been caught.
Yeah. Guardian says, "Careful, Tonka. You might start seeing the world the way I do."
What does that mean?
You don't care about people, what happens to them, I guess.
I've been like that for a while.
No, I disagree. I think you care.
OV thinks I'm a sweetie, guys.
Yeah, you are a sweetie. I think you put up a display, but you actually care.
Do you guys like people go from thinking that I'm a fucking insane person to thinking that I'm a sweetie just all the time. Makes no killing me. Ross will be back in like a couple of weeks, and then I can pull my gun out.
Alright, Gunfox61 for 5 says, "Tonka, throw his ass into a pit full of fire ants and let them eat him alive." And Spookmeyer for 5 says, "The only virtuous pedophile is one who eats a bullet of their own goddamn accord before they touch kids. There is no other virtue for them." Oh. I thought Metokur was gonna bring us something like, you know, a guy that smeared shit on himself in a bathtub or something. I had no idea it was gonna go this direction.
This is why you watch the video before you fucking do the thing. Did you watch the video before?
No, I was gonna do it, and then people yelled at me to go into the Discord because he was in the Discord.
Now I understand why Metokur was upset at the puppet guy.
By the way, yeah, this would be the guy that Randomer Cam and fucking the Honey Badgers are acting like he's wrong for going after.
Really, Randomer Cam
Fuck outta
defended
here.
this guy?
Yes! This is where it came from!
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't give
Randomer.
him the benefit of the doubt and say that he didn't know if you're charitable.
Look, we're under 2 hours. I think we could end this one and it actually render this time.
Fuck that.
What?
Drag it to where they at least have to wait for like the first like 20 minutes or something. I hate the audience. Yeah, you have to forgive me.
Alright.
I live for their moaning.
So that they could complain.
Why doesn't it render quicker? It's YouTube. The intro's too long. 10 minutes longer. I don't know. It's hard to be funny. I want to fucking not be funny.
I can't be funny right now with that fucking...
Yeah, I can always be funny. Because unlike Tonka, I really don't care.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do a Chip impersonation now? Am I supposed to do an Andy? Fuck yeah.
Let's throw out a couple fuck yes. I don't know. Failure, can you play like a 10-minute outro?
10-minute outro just to piss them off. I just want to put my face in my hands for the next few minutes. Just like this.
I'm gonna consider drinking. I'm not a drinker, but I might be now.
Don't fucking
Well,
drink.
you gotta live on the stereotype.
Jesus.
There you go. I can be fine.
So you got one. Ugh. Yeah,
Look, Blizzard says I clicked on the
own
link.
that thing.
Just go back to fucking 2 hours. You'll hear the Metokur versus Real Ross thing.
If you click back now, you can still hear it.
Yeah. You still got a chance. You won't.
I don't
get,
have
like,
a chance.
Yeah.
It's too late for me, guys. I'm gonna be like up all night. Wait for the fucking doors to open somewhere with a punching bag
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, I'm planning to stream if you wanna help me co-host. Would be lovely.
What are you streaming? What? I thought the Cake V show was like 6 hours ago. Yeah.
No, I don't
Okay.
have a time for it.
All right, how about this? The chat wants us to watch Jim's video, which is super helpful after we already fucking had to deal with the guy. Gunfox61 says Tonka drink a few for me. Fine, let me hold. I'll load up the my circle. How long is the video? I'll ask that first.
Let me check. I already seen it, so I'll hop on because it's 8 a.m. for me. I need to eat something.
It's
I think there's
17
still
minutes
liquor
long.
somewhere in my house.
Yeah, it's 17 minutes long, so we'll put on the Mr. Metokur fucking video.
Hold on, I look serious. Not even kidding.
All
I don't drink. I really am gonna go and I'm gonna go make myself a drink real quick.
Alright. I'll give you the My Circle link and we'll sit and watch what we should have watched hours ago.
Yeah, what you should have watched before all this fucking happened, and then you decide. I can't believe you woke me up to a pedophile.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate
Later.
it.
Yeah. V, by the way.
Yeah.
Happy summer, V.
Thank you.
All right,
Don't drink the fire water, Tonka.
I'm doing it right now. I'm
It's
going
just
to
the
go do
call.
it right now.
This is the call of the fire
Right
water.
now. V. It's right now.
So yeah, we'll watch this fucking video and then we'll be... Let me just wait for Tonka to get back. Look, he walked away to make a drink. Wait, what do you want from me? Yeah, V's gone. V's fucking gone. Euler108 says there are still people that interact with him. They should know more about him. He is a low IQ motherfucker. He probably spilled... No, talking about fucking Ross.
Oh.
He probably spilled information on him to them. You should go to them. Yeah. Surely left a fucking breadcrumb or two somewhere. Alright. What's happening out in Known Archive? You missed out on a pedophile. Well, I guess,
Time to be alive.
yeah. Jump into the My Circle and we'll watch the video we should have watched. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. I'll find somewhere to set that shit. I hate that shit was not good. How long is this? 17. Okay.
17 minutes and then we'll fucking end this and cause people to bitch because it still hasn't processed. Let me read these signs before I go. Olsier for 5 says, keep up the good work, guys. Let's hope this pedo psychopath gets what he deserves in jail. Worst that I might ever says, what the hell, Tonka? You always say you don't drink. What are you drinking?
So, just some, just a little rum and coke.
Nemesis Raccoon says, honestly, tonight made me lose a lot of faith in humanity, but glad to have hosts here that make me feel sane in an unfamiliar world. Look, we had like, what, 3,000 people here that were losing their shit on this guy?
You have one substantial piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And a sea of people who aren't pieces of shit, and that's what the reaction was. So, like, whenever people said that was a faith in humanity, and they hit one crazy person, you just have to remember, pretty much everyone was with you.
What did you think of him trying to throw Destiny under the bus?
That was the weirdest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm better than Destiny. Am I right, guys? Well, yeah.
Mm,
Nobody fucking likes Steve, but they don't fucking like you. What? Oh yeah, that's such a weird thing. Like in his head that he would think that that's a thing to say. Like that's the shit that kept fascinating me. The shit that he would say and think this is a thing to say. He was a fucking idiot. He was nuts.
Yeah.
Like that guy was really crazy.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like,
I don't know. That's real danger.
I know I'm normally low energy, dude. I'm fucking like I didn't even do any yelling, and I'm just emotionally fucking drained.
I was asleep, and like I was waking up in time for Jim to be like, "How you doing, Tonka? What's up? How you doing, Jim?"
What's
And then here
Jim's
comes
record?
Ross.
What's Jim's record on the Kumite now?
It's 11.
Alright. Yeah, my life force is waning. Alright, let's dive into this.
All great stories deserve a sequel, but the truly legendary ones, the ones that touch us deeply, the ones that we recount to our friends and family, those deserve a trilogy. So allow me to Peter Jackson this shit up. We're going Lord of the Bathtubs today, because we've got an old friend returning. Somebody from the ether of history has
And you're gonna buffer now? Is that what you're gonna do? You still here, Tonka?
Yeah.
Alright. Just decided to
of history has re
Okay. It's working for me.
and family,
Oh.
those deserve a trilogy. So allow me to Peter Jackson this
Is it 13 seconds in?
Yeah.
Alright.
shit up. We're going Lord of the Bathtubs today, because we've got an old friend returning. Somebody from the ether of history has
God damn it. Fucking let me skip forward past. Fucking hell. Let me refresh this page. God damn. Why is this shit doing this?
All great stories deserve a sequel, but the truly legendary ones, the ones that touch us deeply, the ones that we recount to our friends and family, those deserve a trilogy. So allow me to Peter Jackson this shit up. We're going Lord of the Bathtubs today, because we've got an old friend returning. Somebody from the ether of history has
Well, apparently it doesn't want me to fucking play the thing. I'm gonna just fucking pull up. It's working for you, but not for me. It keeps getting
You can
stuck.
play it through fucking voice meter, can't you?
Yeah, yeah. I'll just pull it up on the YouTubes. I'll pull up the YouTubes and
Jesus. What a night to be alive.
All great stories deserve a sequel, but the truly legendary ones, the ones that touch us deeply, the ones that we recount to our friends and family, those deserve a trilogy. So allow me to Peter Jackson this shit up. We're going Lord of the Bathtubs today, because we've got an old friend returning. Somebody from the ether of history has re-emerged on the scene. I'm talking about Ross, Mr. Bubbles himself. Now, how do I best describe the character we're going to be taking a look at today for those of you that are completely unfamiliar with him? How do I go about this monumental task of trying to condense this down into just a few snippets to give you the idea of the character we're looking at? Oh, I know.
So basically, first of all, basically, first of all, basically, I have to say is that
I don't know. First of all, how come, like, yeah, sorry, I'm with autism. I don't know how to use words that well, so,
But don't go thinking that he's all, well, okay, likely, okay, I'm with the autism. Because he's got some rage. He's got some anger issues bubbling deep down inside him.
That video's gonna be fucking flagged no matter fucking what! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck you!
He can't help it. He gets a little heated. I blame that on the virginity.
I'm literally just a fucking virgin with rage, alright?
I think we've all been there. Virgins with rage, lashing out at the world because of that injustice. This poor, sweet, sweet incel. He's got that fire in his belly, and he's looking for a fight. Now, I would highly recommend, before we get into this, if you really are unfamiliar with who Ross is, I did 2 previous videos. 2 fucking whole videos on this particular person. One's about a half an hour, the other's about 15 minutes. So in total, we're talking a lifetime TV movie experience. Now, what caught my eye about Ross in particular? What drew me into wanting to make videos about him? Well, that would be a live stream I stumbled across. A live stream that had about 10 people watching it. But by happenstance, by serendipity itself, I happened to catch it right at this moment.
Like, how the fuck is looking that shit up not messed up?
Dude, looking up kids in the bathtub isn't fucking pedophilia. The only reason why it's pedophilia if you jerk off to it. I didn't even jerk off to it at all.
You literally said you have feelings for children and that you need help.
Consider me fucking interested. Now, this led to a series of events that spanned about 2 weeks' time, where I ran into a whole cast of characters. You had Nuclear Gamer, the Texan Terror, who was going to get his friend, Red Bad Bandito, to come super hack me. They claimed that they knew people in Lizard Squad. They fucking claimed, these retards claimed that they knew super hackers who were going to come fuck my shit up. Spoiler alert, when the super hackers heard about this, they didn't give 2 flying fucks because they had no idea who these people were. And there was Ross himself, the virgin with rage, talking about looking at naked children on the internet. And where we last left off, people were very angry. They were contacting law enforcement and his family to try to get something done based on the statements of the things that he had said and written on the internet. And so it looked like Ross had just poofed, he disappeared. Something had happened, somebody had intervened, and Ross was no more. That is, until about a month ago, when he reemerged from his metamorphosis. He got into his shit coon, and he came out a whole new variety of crap. Now, at first, I didn't even know he returned. That is, until somebody a few days ago sent me a link to a video he had posted. A video which decries his innocence, and says firmly, I am not a pedophile.
I'm gonna be going ahead and debunking all the pedophile allegations used against me.
Finally, we're going to get the real story about the persecution that innocent Ross has faced at the hands of the internet. I'm sure this has been one giant misunderstanding. Let's hear Ross's take. Let's hear his hot take on what really happened 7 months ago.
I was like saying like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a pedophile, and afterwards like, and like I am like a creep. I'm like someone who doesn't exist or shouldn't exist or something like that. And the reason why I said that was because they were like saying, oh yeah, doing this 4chan shit where like they were saying like, oh yeah, you know, the Saints were like saying, oh yeah, Ross, the only reason why we made friends with you is to get you off the internet. Pretty much just pulling a prank. And then afterwards I said that I was a pedophile. Because pretty much like after that, then they pretty much hang up. And then afterwards, then a few hours later, Logan reconnects me to a call, and then afterwards, like, says, like, oh, yeah, the reason why you're a pedophile is because you look up children in the bathroom, and it's like, oh, well, you already guessed right, but the thing is, it's not pedophilia, though.
Those goddamn internet bullies forcefully trying to convince him that he was a pedophile for looking up naked children on the internet. He only told them he was a pedophile because they bullied him about it. But it's all just an innocent misunderstanding.
Then again, like, getting sexual gratification from, like, prepubescent children, pretty much like, even though like, oh wait, what was that? Oh, none of the videos I looked at were prepubescent children? Oh. Well, I mean, like, they were taller, so even though of that, you know.
Nigger, what? How does that make it better? What the fuck did you just say?
I just stumbled upon upon YouTube and probably, like, didn't know that it was, like, a child, that, like, probably some parts of YouTube is a child, prostitute, or not even a prostitute ring, but, like, more like a fucking, like, pedophile ring? What? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even. Well, the thing is that like it's not like I could have not known that. You know, how dare you? You know.
This is even worse. It's not just toddlers. You're not just looking up fucking babies, naked babies on the internet, but the naked babies are part of a fucking YouTube pedophile ring, and you just accidentally stumbled into that. That happens to me a lot, I'm sure. I'm looking up video game videos. Hey, when's the next hot Switch title coming out? And oops, instead of Mario, there's a toddler getting fisted. Happens all the time on YouTube, Ross. It's a totally normal fucking occurrence.
Is that I was forced to say that shit. Honestly, like, and like the thing is that like if I wasn't forced to say that shit, then why in the fuck did I say over and over again, I'm not a pedophile, I'm not a pedophile? And here's the reason why. I even gave proof on why, and they don't want to listen to it.
Totally forced into it. He obviously was blackmailed to admit that he was a pedophile. Because if he wasn't blackmailed, how would he tell you that he wasn't a pedophile? Wait a minute, there seems to be some logical inconsistencies with this.
To anybody who uses that whole thing about me quote unquote admitting that I am a pedophile, etc., or taking that quote from me, I just want to say this is that I pretty much was not fucking like I did not fucking mean that or anything like that. But you know, what do I know? I mean, like, you know, as soon as you say something, you know, it's not like, you know, there's such thing as pressuring someone into saying something.
It was just a prank, bro. Just because I told you, literally, verbatim, I am a pedophile, does not mean that I am a pedophile. You need to get on my level of literacy. All right, I am Mensa level. Your retarded brain can't keep up with that. When I tell you I am something, I clearly mean the opposite of it. Maybe if you brought yourself up to a college reading level, you'd understand that, but you're too fucking dumb to do that.
I remember when Metokur made a video way back then when he was making a video called Pedobots, where he was going ahead and actually debunking rumors about another person being a pedophile. But now he's doing the exact same thing.
I remember that video too, Ross. That was about a toy collector who was accused of just terrible things. Would you like to know the terrible thing the toy collector was accused of? He made a joke. He made a joke in a socially open Skype call that anybody could hop into. And what was that horrific joke that he made? It was about bees and flowers getting pollinated. Clearly, this man is a sex offender. Luckily, the internet was having none of it. And when they found out a 14-year-old boy heard a bee and flower joke from Reddit, they were ready to lynch him. But you're right, I did come to his defense. I said, that's kind of fucking retarded. Sounds a little bit ridiculous. But I don't begrudge you that, because I can see how you'd think it was similar. He tells a joke about bees and flowers in a Skype group with teenagers, and you make statements like this on live stream.
But I've never heard him once say, I have feelings for children. I haven't
There's
heard
a message where he typed it out in Discord.
He doesn't have to overtly say it. He's literally.
You know, I tried hiding that for the longest time, but you know, I guess I failed to do that. Oh well.
Are you admitting it now?
Yeah, I am. I tried hiding it, but you know, I failed to do so. I failed to lie to people, and I failed to hide it. So there you go. I do need to seek help. Not just for borderline pedophilia, but also for bloodlust as well.
Oh wait, no, those aren't comparable at all. That's apples and oranges. Fuck, that's apples and a pile of horse shit, Ross. Those are two completely different things. They're not even fruits. They're not even both fruits, Ross. He makes a joke about pollination, and you're telling people that you have a problem, that you're sexually attracted to children, that you've lied about it, and you need help. That seems to be slightly different. A shade of difference, a hue of difference, maybe? But I wouldn't be making a third video if this was all there was to it. I mean, Ross is fucking retarded. He needs to be wrangled from time to time.
What you mean to tell me that pretty much you're the tard wrangler or something?
But I need a little more to go on. I mean, he made some ridiculous statements, but that's surface level when it comes to Ross. What I need is a secretly recorded Discord conversation.
Ross, okay, you need to take a look at your recent history and interactions with the internet and realize that every single thing that everyone knows about you is through your own admission. Like, no one's ever like leaked shit. I mean, I don't really know that. I say so. I take that back partially, but no one's really leaked the bad shit about you. That's all been you. Like this having feelings for children shit, this bathtub kid. That's all stuff that you put out there. So
Yeah,
don't, like,
but I
don't go
mean, like
blaming
the
other
girl about having rape fantasies about, like, I don't know, really. I mean, I already like moved on from her, but like, then again, like fucking like it's my ex-girlfriend, and it's like fucking like how like just like holy water or something like that. Whenever like or like sunlight or something like that. Like whenever you just look at her, you just feel like you want to rape her, and that's your weakness.
Whoa!
Is someone recording this?
Oh my god, why would you say that?
Hold on.
Why would you say that?
Ross, why do you have so many rape fantasies?
Wait, what?
That's a real question.
If he wants, I'll be the pitcher.
Why do you have so many rape fantasies?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just why do you have so many?
I don't know.
And we're off to the fucking races. Nothing like starting off with a little bit of rape. My goddamn ex-girlfriend needs to learn her fucking place. Ever since they took away my toddler porn on YouTube, I've had the rage building up inside of me. It's a fucking inferno. And I just wanted to share that with a group of people. I wanted to explain to them that I have fantasies about raping, brutally raping my ex-girlfriend. That is a normal conversation to have, and there's nothing awkward or weird about it. But I don't want you to think that Ross is some kind of a twisted deviant out there with a plan to hurt people. It's not like he sits behind a computer screen plotting out ways of manipulating other individuals with his Machiavellian machinations. Okay, well yeah, there was that one time that his friend was suicidal and he was going to manipulate him into doing his bidding. But who hasn't done that?
After I met up with Boone, I mean, after he tried to like commit suicide, that was my chance to take advantage of it. And
Wait, you tried to take advantage.
You just said that right now, dude. Dude, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let him know.
Get him in
now.
here. Jetrex, get him in here.
You should.
Holy fuck, dude.
One of my plans were to pretty much like take advantage of the fact
Suck a
that
dick.
Boone was about to kill himself.
Wait, so you knew
yeah.
beforehand? So you knew
Ross.
beforehand?
Yeah, I knew beforehand. He was gonna do a suicide stream, and then afterwards
Okay.
I didn't let anybody else know about it so that he would call my number. You know, like fucking like when I used like fucking emotional manipulation to fucking like pretty much I just did that so that he could be my friend, pretty much, to use like that type of emotional manipulation. For instance, like he was about to kill himself, but the thing is that like I used emotional manipulation for him not to kill himself so that he would be indebted to me, pretty much.
Well, this man sounds like a sweetheart, taking advantage of suicidal people to settle internet grudges and having rape fantasies about your ex-girlfriend, or looking at naked children on the internet, or having violent tendencies and freaking out at people, or threatening to hack people, or threatening to dox people. He sounds like a real charmer, this one. But even this wasn't the reason that I decided to do a part 3. I want you to buckle up. I want you to batten down the fucking hatches, because what I'm going to drop on you should unnerve you. You've heard the statements from Ross. You've heard the things that he has said. You have an idea of what his character is, and if you watch those first 2 videos, you really have an idea of just who Ross is. But it's something he said, not only in the video he himself put up, but in the secretly recorded Discord conversation that really fucking caught my ear.
How dare I? You know, what do I know? I'm just, you know, a guy who's extremely, you know, a terrible human being. I shouldn't be around kids at all. Oh, wait. Never mind. I actually am around kids to this very day. Never mind.
Take a minute to ruminate on that. Ross, the person who has described himself as a borderline pedophile who looks up naked images of kids online. The guy that said he needed to seek help because of it. He works with fucking kids. But how old are those children? You know, what's the age range?
We're having a good time. Come on.
I heard you're a teacher's assistant now, Ross. Is it true?
Yeah, I'm like, why?
How old are the children that you're assisting?
They're like in elementary school. Why?
Oh.
Okay.
But how the fuck did he get access to elementary school children?
But then again, you know, you know, the whole fucking thing is that they don't like check me in my background or anything like that. Oh man.
Of course. Who needs background searches for teachers' aides that only volunteer 1 day of the week through community service?
You
They just
hear that
let
he's
him on in the
bragging
front
about
door.
not getting
They
fucking
let this
background
guy.
check. He's bragging about not getting a background check.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst goddamn school. There is not an element of this anything that isn't shit. Everything about this is shit.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I'm literally telling you the truth right now, is that I do have bloodlust for those I threatened to kill online. I mean, I did have, like, sometimes I did have, like, lust for killing people. Oh no, if I completely lost my fucking mind, I would literally fucking kick a child and then fucking...
It was
well, I
something
mean,
like that.
shoot up a school when I was a freshman.
In through the front fucking door. The guy that talks about hurting kids, physically hurting children, shooting up schools, has violent tendencies, looks up naked children, has rape fantasies, takes advantage of people that are suicidal. That's the guy working at an elementary school. There is no punchline to this video. It's not going to end on a high note. There's no grand moral lesson. There's no laugh to be had. Ross is a fucking dangerous person. He is mentally unstable.
In fact, like, I lied about only having schizophrenia every 9 months. I usually have that often, actually. I don't know what makes right or what makes wrong anymore. That's
exactly
what's
what
gonna
happened.
happen. That's what's
Shut
gonna
up,
happen.
Ross.
This is Nick Bait all over again. It's a guy that constantly told people he had an issue and nobody believed him. And he had access to kids and he did something about it. Now he's sitting in a prison cell for molesting a girl for years, for making her eat shit, for doing horrendous fucking things to her. And now you have a violent, schizophrenic, working with children. There's only one way a story like that ends, and it's not pleasant.
You ain't wrong. Why would he come back? Why would he come back onto the internet? After the way that everything went before, if he's doing all this shit, why come back to the internet and risk fucking it all up?
Well, apparently he started up a YouTube channel that we don't know about yet, so he can't help but to come back. I never knew about this fucking guy. And now that I do know about him...
Here's what's fucked up. Like, I know I'm saying, like, why would he come back? Like, I have to stress, if he wasn't so fucking stupid, nobody would know how dangerous of a situation was taking place. If he was halfway competent, this would be just a substantially more dangerous fucking situation. Like, I can't stress how much worse this would be if this motherfucker wasn't so stupid.
If Randomer Cam is fucking defending this guy...
This is what the whole fight with Jim has been about. Over some comments on this video. Or the video he made before this one. The only information that's different, like, he admitted he was a pedophile before. He just didn't work at a school. Now he works at a school, so it's a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like, it's becoming a thing to where something's going to happen. All right, I hate saying it, like something's going to... You know what the fuck I'm talking...
Yeah.
This is... Let's turn the lion loose in a fucking a playground or something. It's stupid. Like, I don't know why he would say that this is what's happening. You know, I don't know why he would give it away. It's this weird thing where, like, people like this, they want to get caught or something. There's something. It's not a shock probably to anybody who hears this, but yeah, there's something really fucking wrong going on over there in that guy's head. all kinds of things are not firing off right. Yeah, this is that ugly shit on the internet.
Let's see. Forgon says, does this guy live with his family? Apparently, he lives in a house, in a like home,
Family's
in like
sent him
a
away.
yeah. He lives with other people that have mental issues. Alright, let me finish reading these signs and I guess we'll fuck off. I don't. Hey man, nice shot for 2 says thanks for the stream, gentlemen. Good night. Matt Field says Docs is somewhere. I'm not gonna put it out there, you can find it. Send to the Los Angeles FBI. Look, I'm sure enough people know. If you know something, just send it to the FBI. Don't spread it around. Just. The Guardian for 10 says, I would like to point out that Jonathan Ross tried to team up with Brightside Viking, notorious amount of DSP, when I outed BSV as a pedo as well. Ask Exceptional Detective about it. Good times. Apparently DSP has a mod that's a pedo. Or was.
I heard about all that. That I heard about. But like he and Ross are teammates or some shit.
Tried to team up with him. Tuesday Money says thank you, Failure and Tonka. Fuck you, Google says we need McConaughey from Frailty on this one. Doku HLSD says Failure, replay that last part to drive that home. I don't know what to replay. Fuck you, Google, for $5.
Lastly, where he just says it, there's no funny things. There's nothing funny about it. There's no lesson to be learned other than here is this piece of shit, and he's still a piece of shit.
Yeah. Alright, fuck you, Google says this has been the most real, disturbing, depressing Kumite ever. Please report this sick fuck to the FBI, even though they will probably ignore it. That's a sad reality too. That even if people do have information, there's not enough proof to actually stick anything on this guy.
Not wrong.
Ein here jar Mad Cat for 2 says my life is lesser for this. Thanks, Kumite. Look, if you guys got something you can stick them on, send it to the FBI, send it to whatever. If enough people hit them up, they have to investigate something, no?
I would assume. I would fucking assume.
You'd hope. You'd hope if a fucking bunch of people are reporting a teacher aide pedophile that they would get off their asses.
You'd like to think, but there's a lot of stuff with like going on shows and shit like that. So he goes on to a show. He said some things on the internet. You know, it probably depends on like all kinds of shit that I don't want to think about. That's probably what it depends on. I was really irritated.
Yeah.
It's like I am a bit bothered.
What are the odds that this is none of this exists and it's just a troll.
I don't know.
Like, I'm hoping it's just a fucking troll and none of this exists. Like, there's no school and no... But if it's fucking legit, then yeah, like...
I'm with you. I hope he's a fucking retard who's just trying to get attention on the internet, but I'm really afraid that that's not the case. Just the way he talk, there's this weird, it's like all the shit, it's just a weird fucking creepiness about it that it all kinds of fucking wrong. Just every kind of wrong. I don't know. The way he talked about it just bothered the fuck out of me. Like I had just woke up from being out and I come back in and there's just this guy casually talking about being a pedophile and he works with kids.
The Guardian says failure, it's not a troll.
I can hope. I do hope.
FUI, yeah, Jim and Ross were on. Just go back fucking 2 hours. You'll hear them going at it.
It was a thing. That happened.
I'm dead inside after this.
You're dead inside?
Just the fact that, like, somebody's just so blatant, like, yeah, I'm a pedophile, but it's okay because I haven't done anything yet, and then we find out, like, oh no, actually he did fucking already touch a kid. Great.
Yeah. And apparently that's what he told King of Pole, is that he had touched a kid. That was why he went to do all this shit. That's why he went to go get help. I hate this. I really hate it a lot. Hate him. Like fucking, I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not even a fucking fan of kids. I don't like being around kids. I find them annoying, but it's just a humanity thing. I think you said it best earlier, is people going after weak people. It's a real bad.
I'm gonna pick off the weak. There's so many elements about the guy that I hate. He is the kind of person that I hate in the world. He's also really dumb. It's made it weird, but like that kind of person, just pick on the fucking weak. Like, I don't know. He is just an outrageously fucking weak person himself.
Yeah.
But he'll pick on the, fucking toddlers.
Yeah. Well, fuck you, Google says seriously spam the FBI with this stream. And The Guardian said, is it bad when even an admitted pedophile disavowed Destiny? Just saying. That's the odd part. The odd part where he just tried to throw Destiny under the bus.
I'm better than Destiny. Well, that was a weird, like, trying to be chummy with people thing, I don't know what that guy thought was gonna happen talking to Jim. Like, it seemed like he thought that Jim wanted to talk to him. I don't know, in a different manner than the way they talked.
Like here, yeah, guys, go back 2 hours in the stream. You'll hear you'll hear Ross and Metokur yelling at each other. But here's the thing with Destiny. Destiny argues these retarded points just for the sake of arguing it. I don't think he really believes in ethical CP I just believe he likes to fucking argue with people. This guy believes in fucking being a pedophile.
Yeah, Destiny is a goofy little shit. And he's holding water for Dorito Gate. He is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the same fears out of fucking Destiny that I have out of this guy. Like, this guy is actively working with kids and has apparently... Or he tells people that he touched kids. Or a kid. I want to make it sound worse, not that... it's fucking...
Yeah.
It's that miserable shit situation. It really makes you just have very little faith in how anything gets done, honestly.
How's your drink?
It's alright. It's alright.
Alseer says for 5 Canadian bucks, you guys legit sound depressed as F, which is completely understandable. Well, you were angry. You vented it out.
Nah, I'm still fucking... I don't know, man. I'm not in the same mood I was in like 10 minutes ago, but I've finished that cup, so... I don't know. It's people can call it primitive and shit if they fucking... I don't care. Like, that's the kind of thing where it's just like, I want to lay hands on somebody, and if I can't lay hands on somebody, what am I supposed to do?
Like, now that we've dealt with the real Ross, is fake Ross even worth having around anymore?
He was never worth having. I said that. I already said that. He was never worth having around. Fake Ross is a fucking joke.
Mm-hmm. Because even fake Ross wouldn't play along with the pedophile thing, would he?
I don't fucking know. I never talked to him about it. I caught on that he was fake pretty quick. I never got why someone would want to be fake pedophile, man. But I don't understand a lot of things. I don't know. I'm getting another drink.
Okay, let me see. Guardian for 5 says, I have on good authority that Jonathan Ross has evidence that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. Doku HLSD says, someone archived the audio, and Ross, F you piece of shit. By the way, yeah, any of the channels, if you want to fucking chop this up, if you want to put an entire segment of Metokur versus Ross, go ahead, put it on your channels. Feel free to use whatever from this stream. Nemesis Raccoon says for 5, going to sleep now, but I hope you guys can get the best sleep you can despite the situation. Thanks for all the normal fun you guys give us. Fuck you, Google for 2 says, this shit literally killed my 750 milliliter 100 proof buzz. Yeah, I feel that. Got nothing to say. Like, I get like, especially like the parents the parents in the fucking stream that wanted to go at him. Yeah. A recap on what the fuck we had Ross in here. Metokur and Ross went back and forth. Just go back 2 hours. You might miss a few things, but you'll get into the middle of Metokur and Ross going back and forth, and Ross admitting to being attracted to fucking children and shit. And he works as a teacher's aide and sees no problem with, you know. Yeah. And so, yeah, Tonka and Metokur yelled at him. I tried to... Here's the thing. I wanted to yell at him, too, but then it would have totally... Like, you heard him, you know, like, oh, well, this is a 3-on-1, 3-on-1. Like, no, I made sure to stay out of it, so... At worst, it was a 2-on-1, you know? But I definitely wanted to jump in there. It's just... I know he would have, like... If it was truly a 3-on-1, he would have jumped off. I don't know. I think what's bothering me right now is the fact that I didn't get to yell at him. Like, I think yelling at him would have been somewhat therapeutic. The fact that this is just like... really just had... Like, I had no idea that that's what the dude was about. I figured he was just some dude that did some weird shit. One of Metokur's weird fucking people. I saw a bathtub in the thumbnail. I thought maybe, oh, yeah, well, he must, you know, like, take shits on himself in the bathtub or something like that. I never expected it was gonna be some fucking pedophilia shit. I would have preferred the shitting in bathtubs part. But no, instead we got pedophilia dude. Let me see what we got here. Gunfox61 says, I'm not even a parent and I want to rip Ross into little bits and feed him to a pack of wolves. Elizabeth V says, I almost choked up when Tonka asked him if he touched a kid and there was dead silence. This was a hard stream to listen to. Yeah, I noticed that there was a lot of silences in some parts. Fuck you, Google says, this stream ruined me as a human being. LM says, this all seems fake. Ross was obviously trolling. Fuck you, Google says, no, Ross was not trolling. That's the problem. I would prefer a troll. Dude, like, it's not okay. Like, honestly, like I said, not a big fan of kids, but the weak and everything, kids and old people, don't fuck with them. And also the fact that I almost got molested when I was 6, like, it's definitely not cool. Do not fucking prey on fucking kids that don't know any better. I got lucky. Like, the way I ended up not getting molested is I accidentally pissed on the bed and that ruined the mood. If I didn't piss on that bed, then yeah, I would have been rolling into molest town. But...
Well, it seems like me going to get a drink. Things definitely got a lot more lighthearted in here.
Well, I've told the story about me almost getting molested.
No, I've been here for like 2 minutes, but my mic wasn't working because the way that the power went out, I had to set everything back up. Yeah.
Oh, I used to be a cute kid. Fucking Alex saying who would want to touch failure. I used to be a skinny little fucking kid growing up. Then maybe that's probably like I remember one of the things is they had chocolates, and I enjoyed the chocolates, and then came the almost being molested part. That part I didn't really enjoy.
Oh. I can't. I'm drinking. Hold on. Okay.
Alright, let's see. Prophet Muhammad says, Ross is my man, tell him to hop on and speak his speech. Nemesis Raccoon for 10 says, seriously, one more message as I just feel bad. Just you and Tonka feel better soon, and hopefully something ASAP will be done with this monster in sheep's clothing. Mildred for 5 says, it's like staring into the abyss and it's staring back at me with this shit. LM for 5 says, I mean, Ross seemed to be saying to make y'all mad on purpose, so either it was a troll or just a work by you two. No, me and Tonga had no fucking idea. Like, you had no idea that it was this fucking bad, did you?
No. I didn't watch the video. I was asleep.
Yeah. All I knew is that fucking Jim wanted Ross on, and finally we got a hold of him, and I didn't get to watch the video. That's how it went.
Yeah, I'm not against it. It's just it's a different thing when you wake up into it, I guess. That's on me. Like I didn't have to fucking get up or whatever. I'm not like bitching about it. It's just fucking.
What I don't like about this dude is like, all right, I'm sure people will keep track of it, but tonight we had 3,000 people fucking pissed off at him. Eventually, attention will go away, and only a few people will be still noticing him, and nobody will really know what's happening until he opens his mouth.
And he just needs to change everything about himself and hope that no one ever finds him. I'm not. That guy's he's shit, man, and he's gonna get got. Somebody's gonna get that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to keep doing that kind of shit. You don't get to play that kind of game. It's not gonna work. That's not a life that the world allows you to live.
Red Feather says we've been waiting for him to come back. We knew he would. So I guess there are people that were aware of him that were just waiting. But now that he's fucking actually around kids, that makes it even fucking worse.
Yeah. Like that's the thing from before, right? Is, worst case scenario, he ends up around some kids. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome to the worst case scenario.
Let's see. Fuck you, Google says this stream seriously fucked me up. I live in LA. Please at me on Twitter if you have Ross's details. At Peter Gloverson. Gunfox61 says my deathcore corps are heading to this CA to hunt a motherfucker down. Glory to the American Empire. And the Guardian says, Tonka, check Twitter DMs. Like I know we're you know, like usually we're assholes and fucking shitting on people and everything.
I'll shit on them. What is this?
No, I know.
If you actually hate somebody like this, shitting on them, it's not good. That's not very gratifying. Like, that's fine for bullshit on the internet, but like this is the kind of thing where you wanna grab somebody.
Yeah, normally the limit is you shit on them on here with words. This motherfucker, I want to see fucking something. Like if he's dealing with fucking kids in real life, fucking yank that motherfucker by his neck, fucking take him away from them fucking kids before he does something to fuck up one of their lives.
Yeah. Another reason why I don't like the internet is because the internet will familiarize you with things that are really bad, that there's nothing you can do about them. They're out of reach or something like that. Like, yeah, we could call people shit like that, but I'm talking about immediacy, and maybe that's a petty thing on me, where it's just my primitive way of thinking. But that's how I end up thinking about it. Is I just want to lay hands on something. That's how I get on that kind of thing. Even now, like I don't know. I'm not freaking out and yelling or anything right now, but you hate it.
I think, yeah.
Fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it. Hate him. Just wish nothing but bad things on him.
Far right Yorkshire man, did you see my tweet? I haven't looked at Twitter. I haven't looked at Twitter in the last.
Yeah, I'm not really tweeting that much. Like, I sent out a tweet earlier so people know I was tweeting. So. Like, I don't really want to fucking tweet. I don't want to do anything. That's not really on my itinerary.
Like, I would definitely rate fucking Ross as worse than Destiny, worse than a Zeph, worse than most of these fucking goofs that we've dealt with.
It's fucking, I don't want to have said I didn't deal with him. I don't know. We yelled at him and shit. He's not just an internet. Like, that's a dude who's gonna do something really bad in real life, really soon. Like, if somebody doesn't step in, make a move, do something, the story's gonna have a real bad ending. This would have been different if it would have happened tomorrow morning, because it wouldn't have been like me waking up into it. I'm not fucking. I wasn't equipped to wake up and swing right into that, but we did, and we did it like right after the video was put out, right? So I mean, there's that closure, but there's going to be another video made. So I'm pretty sure Ross will come back because he's really sick. Like he's that fucking that really fucked up sick to where he likes the attention.
Aydin wants to know if we want her psychological input. You want to talk to Aydin for a minute before we end this?
She asked that, or did Chad ask that?
She asked that.
Okay, if she asked and she wants to do it, sure.
You're Aydin.
Well, I wouldn't fucking be like, hey, Aydin, it's June 3rd at night. Wake the fuck up and come have a moan and talk about the psychological, well-being of a pedophile. That sounds fun, doesn't it? But no, she volunteered for it. Let her.
Yeah, the link is in the chat. I mean, in your Twitter DMs. I can't even fucking think straight right now. It's yeah, this one shook me. This one bothered me.
I really don't like pedophiles. I really, the idea and the concept of like picking on the weak because you know that you can get them bothers me so much. And there's so few things that bother me at all, and that bothers me so much.
Let's see, Prophet Muhammad for 2, press 1 for mob justice. Doku HLSD says, I've talked to y'all before this crap. Ross is pulling troll or not is absurd. It doesn't make me mad as much as it just makes me hate this crap happens. Prophet Muhammad says, so who's starting the GoFundMe for surgically helping me remove his junk so he can't hurt any children? And SoCal Chris for $1.99 says it's not a matter of if Ross does something, but when. I'll say this real quick. The Prophet Muhammad thing. Haven't there have been like studies where they've castrated like sex offenders and they still fucking find ways to offend. They don't need their dick to do stuff.
It massively decreases their sex drive.
Oh, you scared.
They can. Sorry, they can do something. Hey, hey, Tonka. Hey, failure. How's it going? There's several different drugs that they can administer to people who are pedophiles that basically massively decreases their sex drive. It turns them essentially into eunuchs, but the difference is that it makes them into women with no sex drive. It makes them, yeah, your dick can't get hard. You can't get aroused. Do you want to know what it is, actually? Interestingly enough, generally speaking, the most common drug that they give people is actually the pretty much same drug that they give to women who are trying to conceive. It's an IVF drug. It's called Lupron Depot.
That's the thing that flips the hormones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's called chemical castration for a reason, though. It really does make it so your dick doesn't work anymore. You're not gonna get. You can't masturbate. You can't do anything. It's just dead. It's just a dead limb, from my understanding. I'm not a fucking medical doctor. I'm a goddamn social scientist. So whenever I get brought into things like this, it's like, oh.
Yeah, you're doing better than me. I keep talking about wanting to punch him. So
I mean, I want to punch him too. Everyone does. That's the whole thing. Everyone wants to punch him. I think he's a fucking troll. I can't imagine anyone's that stupid. Because if he goes to prison, he's gonna get raped. He's gonna get killed. He will get shanked and murdered in prison if anyone finds out about anything he's ever said.
That's what I keep trying to like run around in my head. Is like, this got to be a troll. Calm the fuck down. There's no way anyone's this stupid. Don't worry about it.
I would think so, but I don't know anymore. I really don't know. I mean, if it was fake Ross, it would be one thing, but this is real Ross. It's very bizarre. There's a couple things, though, that could lead into this. I mean, yeah, one of the things is the control aspect, as you were sort of mentioning, Failure. It's I think you said that about how, like, it's, having power over someone else, that can be an aspect of it. It can also be misprocessing of sexual development during childhood, which is if he was molested. We find that many people who do end up becoming pedophiles were molested as children, and sort of
He copped to that.
yeah, I know, which is awful and in a terrifying cyclical manner. So I don't know. The guy just seems like a psycho, and Jim really went ham on him. Oh, so.
Do you know what keeps making me think that he isn't a troll? Like,
Yeah.
the thing that keeps flipping, like he's got to be a troll. He's got to be a troll, but it keeps bringing me back when I think about all the shit he kept saying, trying to make people think that the woe is me shit, and just how it's so bad to be Ross, and everybody's coming at him, and he's doing the right thing. Like, I want to think he's a troll until, like, there was just this fucking goofy sincerity. It's just a fucking smug shittiness. It was weird. It's very weird to hear someone talk like that. I don't know what to do with it.
No, I mean, that's actually pretty common, though. He's okay. So, this isn't the most scientific thing, but one thing that a lot of psychologists do, and that we kind of just throw in as a measure on any psychological test, is something called a Big Five personality instrument, in that we find people tend to kind of fall into these Big Five personality things. Now, there's a negative trait that's included in that, and that is neuroticism. And under neuroticism is included what's called the dark triad of traits. Under the dark triad of traits, I would see what we would find in somebody like Ross, which would include things like psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism, or neuroticism. For somebody like this, he doesn't understand, and this is typical, right? He's very self-involved, and this is probably because of, also, we should look at, again, we find some of these misattributed or misdeveloped social norms. It often comes from a place of having a bad parental background, and it sounds like he was probably abused. This guy probably doesn't understand how a normal adult-child relationship works. So because of his misunderstanding or miscomprehension within his brain, he doesn't get how that's supposed to work. In addition, it sounds like he's got some non-neurotypical shit going on, which would mean that maybe he thinks, and he's probably using people. He maybe thinks that he's not doing anything wrong, but he's probably also using the people that he's
all right, here,
dealing with.
this was another weird thing about him. I remember in the old videos, I don't even. Jim did 2 videos before, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm wanting to say it was probably the first one. He's just sitting in the video bragging about how he's, using everyone as his little puppets and shit like that. Like, the delusion of, being this really wise, godlike brainiac figure. When he's the opposite.
It's very typical. It's very typical of wanting to perceive oneself, and actually, it is normal when you are a victim to want to flip the roles, right? To say, okay, I've been a victim, so now I'm going to be the abuser. We find that all of the time, and my guess, most commonly, and I'm not clinical psychologist. I'm a fucking media psychologist, which is the joke of the entire psychological community.
Well, you're not a wrestler or a comedian, so you're doing better than the other 2 in here. So
my only point is, it makes a lot of sense why he would be that way.
That's just part of the package.
Yeah, he's very deeply personally disturbed. He's got a lot of shit going on inside his own head. So the way that he resolves that shit inside his own head is to take it out upon others. And unfortunately, in his own case, because he was abused as a child, he's going to take it out on other children. And he can say all day long up and down, oh, I would never do it. I would never do it. Yes, I want to fuck children, but I'm not going to do it. Unfortunately, in terms of the data and the research we have on this, no, people who are self-professed pedophiles will eventually hurt a child.
Oh,
It's
he
going to
already-
happen.
He already admitted that he did to King of Pole in a Skype chat.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and then like he's
I
talking.
didn't hear that part.
He's talking to him in Discord, and King of Pole threw out those messages too.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Look, this is just a manner. His defenses, his feign at being innocent, all of this is just an attempt at trying to deflect the guilt off of himself. He feels himself as a victim, and probably likely with good reason, and so is trying to create a scenario in which he is not only the victim, but his actions are defensible. And it's why he finds Jim and you guys and everybody here so absurd. He can't understand why you don't understand.
He was the
can't
victim for
understand.
so long.
Yeah, he can't understand why you don't understand his I am a justifiable pedophile.
No,
What-
he,
what
is
was the
it the
word he
thing?
used?
What was the word he used about it?
A just pedophile or something like that, or a
Oh.
moral pedophile. I can't remember.
What was it? It was something that came to roundabout a non-offending pedophile, but he already said that he had touched a kid, so non-offending is not the words I'd used.
Virtuous pedophile. I think.
Virtuous.
Yeah,
there
virtuous.
it is.
Thank you,
Okay,
Chad.
there you go.
That's horrific. But it's horrific to us, and it should be horrific. The whole idea, though, is that in his head, he's trying to explain away things that happened to him. And I'm not saying he's right. He's a disturbed person who really does need some actual fucking help. Either that, or he's a complete troll. And sometimes some of the shit he said, I did think was fake, because he seemed so out of sorts sometimes. I'm really not sure. I'm usually pretty good at telling whether or not someone's a troll. I could not tell with this dude. And to this point, that's why I think it's the whole fake Ross thing happened, because it's almost impossible to tell whether or not he's a real person.
Fake Ross was an op.
No, Wild Smile, I mean, do I think that if he's legitimate, he should be in captivity? I agree. He should be in jail if he's legitimate. He is a mentally sick person, mentally ill person who sincerely needs assistance and help. If this is a real person, he needs to be in an asylum. And I know that can sound extreme, but like it's really not a big deal in terms of, some people just need to be in a place where they can get mental assistance. He needs mental assistance. He probably just needs someone to deal with the shit that's wrong in his head.
Another thing that got me is that there isn't, like, to me, I see a common thread in all of the shit that he does and all the people that he goes at. Like the person with the suicide thing, that's a person in a weak position.
Mm-hmm.
So it's him going after the weak. Children, again, going after the weak. The way, like he said once, he was gonna go after his grandmother. It's the elderly. He's going after the weak. Like I guess, like, well, he said he was going, Jim, I'll dox you, but he never really has the balls to do anything back to Jim.
Okay.
And he always says he's gonna do something back to his friends and shit, when they bust him out, but he never does anything back. Like it seems like, the weak targets he'll go to. Is that me drawing this in my fucking head? Because
no, not at all. When you go into the neuroticism as the big five personality trait, and then back into as you expand the neuroticism trait into the dark triad, this is Machiavellianism. He knows that there are people that he can manipulate with these lies, and he thought he could manipulate Jim. I don't mean to accuse Sargon of this entirely, but Sargon kind of did do this on some level, not on the same level as this guy did. But you could try to manipulate people by claiming you have things over them. It's a Machiavellian trait or Machiavellian tactic to act as though, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got your shit. You think you have any ability? No. I am your ruler. I am your owner. And I saw him do that to Jim, which was very bizarre because he dropped it very quickly. Perhaps the reason for that could have been because he realized that it was not going to work well. The Guardian also asked me if it was possible narcissism mixed with Munchausen syndrome in order to justify sardonic personality disorder brought on by powerlessness. I would have no idea where the Munchausens would come into. If he's taking care of his grandmother, it's possible he has a Munchausen's aspect, but I don't see any medical sort of aspect to this at all, which would indicate Munchausen's. Again, I can't tell you anything about this from a clinical perspective. I'm not a clinical psychologist. I'm a fucking social psychologist, which, again, is just the dumbest shit that exists. I do have an undergrad degree in psychology and a master's degree in psychology, but...
Did you hear him when he was in here?
Yeah, I listened to probably 90% of it. At the end, we got Sinatra and I went over because Mundane Matt was on Coach Red Pill's stream.
Oh, how did that go?
How do you think?
I forgot that was happening tonight.
I sure did too. He showed up and did exactly what everyone expected him to do. He denied everything and acted and played the victim, and
everybody's mean to him.
Everyone's mean to him and whatever. But this was, I have to say, I was surprised when the stream came back on, and you guys got him on because it's repulsive. I don't think this is why I'm not sure if he's a troll or not, because he seemed to be completely incapable of comprehending the physical revulsion that Tonka, you or I or Failure or Jim or anyone would have felt towards his attraction towards children, and particularly given the fact that he works with children. That is
there's something not clicking with him, with why this is going to make people lose their mind on him.
Oh yeah, and it'll kill him. People will kill him.
That's what makes me wonder if it's real.
No, Guardian, I understand there's between Munchausen by proxy and Munchausen's. I don't think that what he's doing is Munchausen's, because Munchausen's would require him to get some attention medically. It doesn't appear as if he's trying to get any medical attention. This does not appear to present in any way in a what I would describe from my limited perspective, with my limited experience and knowledge as a psychologist or from psychology, as Munchausen's. No, this is what I would call paraphilia. He probably does have a paraphilia. He probably legitimately is a pedophile who has either he's a pedophile or a paraphile who has a misunderstanding or misconstruing of sexual constructs, or he is an elaborate troll, in which case he's doing some insane Machiavellian shit. He's doing this all for attention, which is possible, but really dangerous game to play, I would say. Ross, if this is an attention game, I would not call it Munchausen's though, because Munchausen's requires the attention of a doctor, and nobody here is a doctor, myself included, and that includes V as well. So nobody here is a doctor. He's not getting the medical attention that would be required of what we would typically describe as a Munchausen's diagnosis.
Oh, there.
He's just a nut, I would say.
What percentage chance do you give that he's real? For me, I'm thinking it's like 80%. He's real.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, I was trying to be rude to V. I just don't think V's a psychologist either. Like, neither one of us are official psychologists, so we can't diagnose this guy with Munchausen's. How much of a chance do I think that the guy is real? He has... Okay. Here's what I am, to be completely honest. I'm a communication specialist. I mostly deal with how people talk. His language is disconcerting to me, in that I don't buy that he's real. 100%. I could be wrong. I just find that some of his
What is it?
His linguistics are sometimes they're too he's too laid back. Now, there are different ways that this can manifest. It could be that he is so assured of his that his reality, that his beliefs are accurate, that's why he has this calm kind of demeanor. However, this is also what I would expect out of someone who is faking it. I would have to go back through some of the language, but some of the things, like, I don't know. I just think that his language is a little bit odd. And you know what? Maybe it's just because he's nuts. Honestly, maybe he's just a fucking psychopath. And sometimes, I'm sorry, like, as much as my communication shit deals with this, I don't know. I can't always tell if someone's just a complete fucking psycho, right?
Sometimes the motherfucker just talks a certain way.
But also, there are people who are just complete psychos who don't fall inside of all of our... Here's the thing about social psychology or any kind of, anything that we do in the social sciences, is that it's all based on aggregates and averages. Maybe he's just a fucking crazy person.
I'm not wrong.
To me, without doubt, he needs to be put in a home. He needs to be away from other people. But, if he is real, he needs to be put in a home. But when people say, like, is he fake or not? The whole question is Amos Yee fake or not? Because it looks like, in the end, Amos Yee was an actor, correct?
I don't know. I never paid much attention to the Amos Yee stuff.
I haven't really either.
It was over. It was like it began, happened, and went away before I knew what was up.
There was hi guys. There was this perception that Amos Yee was making it up.
Hey, Coach.
I could buy that.
Yeah. Hey, Aydin. Long time no see.
Hey, a whole 30 minutes.
A whole 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just stream?
Yeah, I was on Coach's stream.
Oh.
No, after Mundane Matt, because I had assured Mundane that Matt rather that I would have him one-on-one, and not discussing drama in any detail, just discussing the business of YouTube.
YouTube business.
The YouTube. In other words, let's not be real. However, I got kind of drunk since then, so whatever. Because I thought I was gonna go to bed, and then I got back on YouTube, and it was like, oh shit, how is the Kumite still fucking going?
No, I just have to say about the Ross thing. I think that he's on the up and up, and I think that the guy is fucking insane. And that, I think that he's, like you guys say, he is just a walking bullseye. Because I think a lot of guys would like to kick the ever-living shit out of the guy on sight, on principle.
Oh, hang on. Here's the whole thing. People think I'm, like, defending him or some shit. Fuck no. I'm just trying to explain his psychology. I don't defend this little nibba at all. The whole thing is, I think if he's real, and we don't know, everyone in the chat, we do not know if any of this is real yet. We really don't.
He's real. You could tell. The guy's a fucking moron.
He sure is an idiot, that's for sure. If he goes to jail over this, though, him or Amos Yee, either one of them, and Amos Yee in this country, not in the Philippines, or where was he from, Thailand, whatever, they actually come the fuck here and go to jail, they're gonna get raped to death by the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Who's this one?
It's Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Aydin. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. Man, that stream, wow, what a shit show.
What? Uh-oh. Looks like the stream's offline.
It's coming back.
Okie dokie.
Alright. God, what a shit show. That guy, man, when I listen to him...
Look what you did, Ian. You broke the stream.
Blame me for everything.
It's my fault.
It's always your fault.
Yep.
However,
Listening to him speak
God.
made me like, wow, you know,
It makes your skin crawl, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It's so fucking creepy, and he was just so blasé about it.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, he didn't care that he was he was saying what he was saying, that he's a pedophile. He doesn't care. Like, what is that?
Okay, I think that in his head, this is how he's psychologically constructed it, is that if I'm a pedophile, okay, this is a construct that exists here in my mental heuristic, and this somehow exists differently from child molestation, and we can keep these things separate. He doesn't understand that it's a fucking Venn diagram. You know, the shit you did is in third grade. That there's an overlap.
Yeah, he did admit that he touched a kid, so he is in that Venn diagram. It's the Venn diagram is extremely well. Let's just say it's not in his favor.
Sorry to break in. When was it that he? At what age was he when he touched a kid?
All right. Here's the thing. On the stream, as he was here, he said that he did. All right, in a Skype call with how do I forget his name now? Yeah, in a Skype call with the exceptional detective, he said that he did touch a kid, and that is why he asked to get help, and he got into all these programs. Trying to get involved.
Recent.
This doesn't make
probably be very
recent.
This doesn't make any sense to me, though. This to me, this sounds like when I brought up the Dark Triad shit, the reason I brought this up is because it doesn't make, when he talked some shit about like, oh, I asked for help after I touched a child, or I did some shit to a child, and they put me working with children in a school? No. No.
He says he didn't get any background checks, so he lied his way in.
That doesn't make any sense. That all sounds like a lie. That's lying shit.
I think the guy is a liar. That's a given, right? Assuming some of the stuff he said is true, assuming that he's not a troll, I'm going to assume that he got that job first before he touched anyone.
He's saying that he got it through everybody, and when we asked him how did that happen, he eventually says he got it from the program he's getting help through. When we press him on what was he getting help on, he just told them that he had anger issues.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think there's any way that he would have. Look, I don't know. I just don't trust this guy.
It doesn't make sense. No, like I said, this would be the worst goddamn school ever.
It would be.
Because it doesn't make any sense. People in the chat are really mad, like that. I'm saying like he should be able to rape children. No, I'm saying it doesn't make his story doesn't make any sense. His story is illogical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very sleepy and woke up to this. So yeah, someone should be here to be like, well, maybe this, someone should be here for this. So
what kind of position would he get? Like, assuming the program was real, assuming that that's all real and he's not lying about that. What kind of job?
He said teacher's aide.
Teacher's aide, huh?
Yeah, he's taking the kids to the bathroom after lunch and shit.
I don't know. This all sounds very.
Please don't get that way. I've got small children.
No, that's not good. That's what teachers' aides do.
Yeah, I know that they do.
Like that's what he does. He watches the kids. He watches them on the playground. He takes them to the bathroom. He sits with them at lunch. Like it's
honestly,
everything.
I can actually believe that. I think he's lying and being provocative, but I can also believe it in a way because when I was in one of my schools a long time ago, there was this guy, and he was a teacher's aide, and he was really touchy-feely with the kids. And I knew he was a fucking pedophile. I steered clear from him, right? But these are the jobs that attract those types of people. It's creepy. And I don't understand his story about how he would be, given that job as, I don't know, a way to manage his anger. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, working around kids is perhaps one of the more stressful professions that you can take. So I don't buy that. I don't know how he got that job.
Apparently these kids can't speak. Am I right, Tonka?
Okay, I heard that, but that is the absolute worst case scenario, and I don't want to think about that bit.
That's fucked up. So if it's like a special needs school, you know, a lot of people don't want to work in places like those because, again, they're stressful, and I guess a job opening would be possible. It would be in, you know, high demand, I suppose. You know, that they want someone to fill it in.
Well, somebody told me in DMs that he didn't have to go through a background check, but that doesn't make any sense to me. If that is the case, okay, if that is the case, that's bizarre.
Well,
But
it does happen. It does happen. I mean, you've seen how many porn stars become teachers because they didn't run a background check. And now, I'm not saying a porn star shouldn't be allowed to get that job. They're not obviously not a danger to society. So, it's
But they
unfair
get
to them.
shocked like 2 years down the road because they didn't know.
Exactly, because they never do any fucking background checks, and it's usually from these places where, you know, they're not, you know, part of the state. They're more like a private company that just hires people to become teachers, and they usually fill in as substitutes, and these are the people who usually cause problems. When you read, you know, the news and you hear about how some teacher had some fucked up background that no one knew about, it's usually from these agencies. And it could be that he got a job through one of those agencies, so they didn't really vet him. Like they wouldn't know any of his proclivities, his background.
is it really this? That I'm like getting fucking terrified now. If it's this
Sorry
bad.
to break in, but I just want to ask the obvious question: Did people figure out where does this guy actually live and turn over that information to the authorities?
Some
I mean,
people
like,
know. Yeah.
Well, then are they turning that information?
I
over
would
to the
hope so.
authorities? Because
I would hope so.
I have a
Because-
feeling they're just putting it all over Kiwi Farms, probably. That's what.
Yeah,
the
well, Kiwi
fucking
Farms.
internet
that's
does.
gonna
Somebody has
happen.
to go and
No, I'm
and
just that's all the internet does ever.
Yeah, what needs to happen is I don't think anyone should just hunt him down. You know, they'll go to jail if that happens. So don't throw your life away. What I think you should do is, if it goes up on Kiwi Farms or whatever, call the FBI in a large group of people. Everybody just fucking call them. They'll have to investigate.
Worst that it might ever says he got it through a work training program that these fucks not listen to the stream at all.
Okay, well there you go. That's exactly. It's an agency. It's typical,
Yeah.
and this is why a lot of, you know, conservatives don't want to send their kids to public school because of shit like this. I fully agree.
Mr. Thundero in the chat is saying that a bunch of people, him and a bunch of other people, have already contacted the FBI with information. So you know, it's up to the authorities. I mean, that's their job to do it. And so us talking about it, I don't think that it's leading anywhere. So having said that, I will bow out, and I wish you all a great day or great evening, as the case may be.
Night,
Yeah,
Coach.
I think
Take it easy.
it's time to wrap up the stream. I'll read a sign.
Yeah, guys, I kind of thought this guy was sort of a troll, but if people are legitimate about this is really terrifying.
Yep.
Actually,
Especially since he's spoken to so many different people about this, right? It's not like he just, you know, like it just leaked to Metokur or something. Like he's been telling other people who are, you know, not involved in this discussion right now, people in different Discord channels, people in Skype, and it's like it's a very consistent thing. And I think a troll wouldn't be able to keep up that sort of consistent lie for so long. They would probably get bored and or manufacture multiple personas, which is what happened with that Joshua Goldberg kid, right? The one who pretended to be ISIS as well as Black Lives Matter and a white nationalist, right? He was just some Jewish kid from Florida. And that guy had so many different stories. Whereas this dude is just a one story.
yeah. Oh, now I feel really retarded. I didn't realize that this had been this consistent for this long.
It's been like over a half a year.
I kind of thought these were like on and off sort of YouTube things or something. I didn't realize this was oh shit. Yeah, this guy needs to be in prison.
And I think if people were to do a bunch of digging, they might even find his profiles on, you know, virtuous pedophile forums. I'm sure they exist because that is the only place these people can go and feel safe. I mean, Mombot has done a bunch of digging on some Tumblr people, and they usually have these profiles themselves.
All right, I'm gonna read through a couple signs and we're gonna shut this down. I'm fucking drained
Yikes.
from this. Worst that I might ever says eradication is the only cure. Worst that I might ever for 5 says Aydin, he isn't worth the amount of words and air you just used. He is barely worth the bullet he deserves. The Guardian for 5 says Aydin, possible narcissism mixed with Munchausen syndrome in order to justify a sadistic personality brought about by powerlessness.
Yeah, I addressed that. I didn't think it was Munchausen's, but if this has been going on for a year and this has been a consistent set of personality traits, it probably is something really, really disturbing. This guy probably really needs to be in jail.
Worst
He
that it
needs to
might
be at the
ever-
bottom of a very short ditch.
Worst that it might ever for 5 says this is the
Or a
problem
short
with
ditch.
people like you, Aiden, in all your books. He needs to be put down like the animal he is. You aren't gonna fix them.
No, I don't think there's ever been any reported cases of people like this actually being fixed, right? I mean, once you offend, especially.
You can, yeah, they've done, I brought this up at the beginning of the stream, they can do the loop run depot stuff where they chemically castrate them and it makes them so that they no longer have any sexual proclivities, but they still will have those mentally if they don't have them physically.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then they can still become violent. That's the thing. I mean, look at those 2 serial killers, the ones who used to strangle people in Los Angeles in like what 70s and 80s. I can't remember, the Hillside Stranglers. Yeah, those 2 guys. One of them was actually eunuch, right? He was impotent. He was incapable of getting it hard, but he still raped women. He did it, with like objects. That's what he used because he was angry in the head.
Oh god, this is why I'm a media psychologist. I want to go back into studying nice television. Hey, Failure, let's talk about Star Trek.
I'm dead right now.
No, I just mean to escape from this nightmare.
Worst that it might ever for 5 says Jim had it right, put him up against the wall. The BS of making excuses and giving it names is a waste of time and energy and money. By the way, I just read this. Fuck you, Google. Put down $50 as I already turned him into the FBI vigilante is key. And then where is it now? I can't fucking find it, but he said I meant to put $2. Accidentally put 50. Oh, you got a wrench now.
And doing the YouTube Blood Sports, in addition to like just being a journalist, it takes you to some really dark places.
I'm not happy
does.
right now. I was trying to have a nice night.
Welcome to my life.
It's seriously why I turned off the stream, because I couldn't deal with this fucking absolute piece of garbage.
It's just for me, it's I have a morbid fascination for these types of things because I read about serial killers and murderers, and I love reading this sort of thing, and to have someone in the flesh in real life like this, it's just kind of.
Hello, I enjoy positive media psychology. There, actually, you know what? You want to know, like, before we end this, I'll say this really quick, because this is kind of a horrifying and really sad thing, is that in media psychology or social psychology, there's something called positive and dark side, or light side and dark side research. Dark side research is things like what you guys are talking about. Pedophiles, rape, death, murder, violence, intergroup hate, racism. This is what concerns, I'm gonna say, with a conservative estimate, 90% of research in the social sciences. I am a light side researcher. I like all of the nice things of like, hey, can't we collaborate together and do cool stuff?
Hey, let's go to Upworthy.com and look at puppies.
It's not even that gay. It's just mostly like, how can people hate each other less? And there's not much research on it. And it's a reason why there's only about 10%, because there's not much good research on it. People generally are just assholes who hate each other. And that's fine. But, oh god, it just reminds me of college.
Tragic comedy, I mean, Shakespeare explored the dark side of humanity. Every other writer, every known writer in history who has made any sort of impact in literature has explored the dark side of humanity, right? I don't think anyone is really a positivist. I can barely find anybody. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. Maybe, like more recently, I guess it would be like Steven Spielberg. He'd be one of the good guys, right? One of the positive sides of humanity type dudes. But beyond that, you know, it's all dark shit. The Coen brothers, dark shit, right? And they're some of the best filmmakers out there.
Yeah,
And that's
sorry.
just movies.
Sorry guys, I know I'm on the Kumite, but I'm super light side. I'm not a dark side person. I have a hard time getting mad at anybody.
Is she calling me? I think she's calling me dark side.
Oh, you're dork sided.
Oh God.
Dork sided stuff.
You're all dork sided. Thanks. I'm glad you got it at least.
It sounded so Star Trekky when you said it.
It wasn't. It was actually shit. What was that show? It's like a
Dork
Christian.
side.
Dude,
Christian.
We're Christians. You're dork sided.
Yeah. It was like where they switched their families or something. The moms.
Oh, that's it. Yes, it was like
family swap.
Family
or something.
swap. Yeah.
Wife swap. Yeah, wife swap.
Oh.
That was the one.
Dork sided.
Yeah, she this crazy Christian woman, she went to live with like a hippie family, and hippie mom came to live with the Christian family. They were pretty cool with her. She was pretty cool with them, but not the Christian mom. She was so mad. Like she's not like regular Christian. She's like Southern Baptist Christian, right? Talking about witchcraft. Yeah. Insane.
Purple
I think
Dragon.
you're dork sided, all of you.
Purple Dragon for 2 says Ross probably said that being around kids calm him. And
Ugh.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so fucking sickening. Jesus.
Wait, which Purple Dragon is that? Is that Andy Purple Dragon?
That's
or
not
Purple
Andy.
Dragon?
No, the original Purple Dragon.
That is so manipulative if you think about it. The guy is he's got to be like a narcissistic sociopath on some level, right? In your opinion, Aydin?
Andy, no, I think Andy doesn't understand what he's done. I mean, no offense to him, I just don't think he understands what he's done.
That was good. That was good.
It was a good observation.
Arrow Coda for 2 says, "Can one of you please call the FBI already?"
Well, everybody should. Everybody should. If you have the means. I mean, the link is what? It has been pasted in the chat, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Look, there was 3,000 people in here. I'm sure some people are already fucking.
Do your civic duty. Report the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let the FBI deal with it.
The bitch is, if he's just talk, and there's no fucking history of it.
Yeah, the FBI is not going to do much of anything.
Right. But, you know, the thing about these people is they usually have evidence. They're stupid, first of all. He sounded very stupid to me. Even though he's manipulative, he's stupid. He's probably going to have evidence on his hard drive.
It's actually fairly typical for these people who are high mock in the Dark Triad personality traits to, they leave evidence because on some level they do want to be found out because it's kind of like it's a game for them.
That's why he talks about it so much. Yeah, exactly. Right? When Tonka was asking, you know, rhetorically, why would he come on here if he's actually for real? Why doesn't he just hide it? Well, there's her answer.
There's two possible answers. The first answer is he's a troll and he's just fucking with everybody. That's what typically my response would be. People are saying he's been doing this for 2 years. If he's been doing this for 2 years consistently, then the reason why he did this is because he's a high Machiavellianism pedophile who wants to be caught on some level because he recognizes or realizes on some intrinsic or deep psychological level the violation of his psychology in that how horrifying the things that he does or has said or thinks are, and feels some sort of deep down maybe not that he regrets it, but he understands it's wrong, he wants to be caught.
He wants to get caught because he wants to get the what do you call it? Infamy. Yeah, the attention, the infamy. That's why all these serial killers leave puzzles behind. They'll leave messages, whether it's emails. Sometimes they'll just leave like actual evidence of their activity that the police can just very easily track down, or they'll even turn themselves in when the police can't find them because they get sort of sick and tired of waiting. They don't like waiting because the waiting actually makes them very stressed out. They don't want to be caught, but they also want to be caught, right? So they'll just turn themselves in.
Right. People misunderstand my use of the term Machiavellianism. Machiavellianism is a trait that comes it's just like a thing that we measure in social psych.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It seems to me like he might be high. You can be high in Machiavellianism and very low in IQ.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's not a smart person. He's a conniving person.
Guys, we're gonna shut this down.
Yeah.
We're at 3 hours and 38 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we did our job by making this long enough so people could only get the 2 hours of us talking shit, and they have to wait for it to process to get the full stream with Ross and Metokur.
That's how you punish people for not showing up live.
Very true. Their fault, not yours.
Yeah.
Now that is very Machiavellian.
Yeah. Well, thanks for swinging by. Or fucking, I don't. I hope he dies in his sleep. No, or not. Fucking...
Same, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. That would be like the best.
That would be too nice for him. Fucking.
True. What? You know, when you said tanks are swinging by, maybe he should be on a swing tomorrow by his neck.
Good point. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
in his closet.
Tonka, see you in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
All right.